It's time for International Falls Broncos hockey. Borderland Hockey is brought to you by City Drug, Border Bank, Washke Family GM Center, The Dent Shop, Falls Lumber Company, the Rainy Lake Medical Center, Rainy Lake Houseboats, Cape, PCA, Coca-Cola Bottling Company, by Enbridge, Up North Builders, and by Manco Trucking. Now let's go live down to the ice.
Well, good evening and welcome to Bronco Arena as we get set for high school boys hockey as the International Falls Broncos take on the Ely Northeast Range Timberwolves. Tim Ringhofer joined by Mike Bolstead. And Mike, I'm starting to get a little bit whatever. I think I live here at Bronco Arena.
Well, I was just going to say, didn't we just leave?
I don't know. I was here Monday night for the girls' JV game. I was here on Saturday for the Bronco varsity. Here Tuesday night. Last night, parent-teacher conferences. I don't feel like I really went home last night. Went home and jumped into bed, basically.
How did the parent-teacher stuff go?
We do that over Zoom now.
I was just going to that's why I asked. I was wondering
Zoom meetings. And
so parents, and you have to get organized and
send them out a link.
Everybody has a computer? Or
everybody's got their own computer, and boom, boom, and off we go.
Well, it works. Then.
So it works. It's not ideal, but it works. So.
It isn't ideal, but the whole year hasn't been ideal. I'll tell you what, it's getting better right now.
Is it getting better?
I think so.
I hope so.
I could have went and got a shot today.
And you didn't? You didn't take advantage?
I didn't have time. I just bought this stuff. No, my brother called me. Let's go to Badet. They're giving out shots in Badet today. And by the way, who's ever listening, they're doing the same thing in Bemidji tomorrow, and all you gotta do is go sign up and go get a shot.
Well,
I want people, everybody with healthcare, teachers, and I'm not doing this as a martyr or anything like that. I want people that are over 65. I want them to get in.
You're pretty close.
I'm 5 years away, but I feel good and I look good. I feel good, and I just think it's important that we take care of the people that need to be taken care of.
Yeah, it sounds like with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine coming out, not to get too whatever into this, but it sounds like we're going to have some more stuff coming, and
that's the one I want.
That's the one you want, the one-time thing.
I like the Johnson.
You don't want the.
I like that company.
You don't. The Broncos come into this game with a 5-8 record, and they come off a loss on Tuesday night against Evelyn Gilbert by a final score of 4-1, and it was one of those games, Mike, that the Broncos just couldn't come over the hump, and there was a couple of mistakes that Evelyn made them pay for.
Yeah, Evelyn, a bigger team, and it's not that the Broncos played bad. They had their chances. It seemed when they did have their chances, they couldn't put the puck in. Not so on Evelyn. As soon as they had a pretty good chance, it was in the back of the net. I thought Mitch played very well, and I thought Terrell played very well. So it was a good game. Unfortunately, the Broncos came out on the bottom end of that.
Yeah, Evelyn kind of riding high. It's tough when you meet a team when they seem to have things going in the right direction, and Evelyn certainly seems with getting Troutwine and Oakland back the other night. Yeah. That just made them even that much more dangerous. So.
Well, yeah, because they can move Lind up front, which is a big help. And Oakland, yeah, you're right. I liked him. I think Evelyn is a team that I think they're going to get a number 3.
And we're going to find out a lot tonight because they've got Virginia MIB.
Biggest game, yeah. That will determine it, right?
That will probably determine who gets the very possibly the 3 seed, and we'll try to keep an eye on that and see what we can find on the old Twitterverse as the evening goes along. The Timberwolves, on the flip side, they come in 0-7 on the season, and yes, they've only played 7 games. They lost some games due to COVID, and going into this game tonight, Mike, they played 7 games. They've got 7 goals, and that's a number. I'm a numbers guy. The bigger number for me is of the 19 names that I wrote down, 15 of those kids are 8th and 9th graders. This team is unbelievably young.
Yeah, it's scary young. Borderline whether you should do this. I mean, I played as a 9th grader ringer, and I was scared. Okay, I went out there, I played, but I was scared half the time, and the guys were bigger and much more. They were built, they were men, and I was a boy, and I struggled with that as far as getting in the danger zones and getting in those dirty areas because you got knocked around, and if they know you're an 8th or 9th grader, they're going to maybe remind you that maybe you shouldn't be playing up here. So I get a little worried about that. Joey Pierce would be on this team, the captain for Hermantown. Very nice player. Of course, he moved out after his, I believe, as an 8th grader.
Yep.
And he did play a year of Bantams in Hermantown. But anyways, tell you what, a lot of familiar names. The Matthias, his dad is Scott, who's they all grew up in Duluth and played at Duluth East. And his dad, Bob, or Grandpa Bob, is a lawyer. I don't know if he's still practicing or anything, but Scott was a very good player at DU, and I see his son's one of the 8th graders that is out here, and I'll be interested to see what he looks like. And then the Zupanciches, Jimmy Zupancich. I know his dad real well. They're part of the Zoops supermarket chain over there, and from Cook all the way over to Ely and Babbitt and all that. So I wonder if Jimmy's going to be here. If not, maybe he's listening.
Yeah, very possible. And this is a game that, of course, it's a game that the Broncos have to win. It's a game that they, quote unquote, can't lose. Does that put pressure on a team when you've got that kind of pressure?
Well, I'm sure the team from 2 years ago, 2018, would probably remember that game, and not in a good way. But I don't see that happening tonight. Baldy is going to go with Mitch Nemec again tonight, and I wouldn't be surprised if they switch out at halfway through and see where this game goes.
Yeah, I think that's something that, as former coaches, you go into games and you have this pie in the sky look at and say, well, if this happens and things go right, we're going to get to do this. And then things don't happen that way. Things get screwed up. All of a sudden you're in a tight hockey game. And that's what happened a couple of years ago in that playoff game. Yeah. And all of a sudden you start to get a little tense, and the grip on the stick gets a little harder, and the skates seem to get a little slower. And so this is a trap game. I don't mean to get into all those words, but this is a game that the Broncos on paper are supposed to win, and they have to go out and win this game, in my mind, convincingly.
Exactly. Well, you put it great, and one thing you don't want to do is put an underdog in a position where they could steal it. And tell you what, if it's a one-goal game in that third period, Ely's going to be pretty excited, and then things might change. But I don't see it happening that way, but, it is hockey, and you never know.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with the interview I did with the head coach of the International Falls Broncos, Chad Baldwin. You're listening to the Bronco Boys Hockey Pregame Show on K104, rjbroadcasting.com, and on yourliveevent.com.
It takes teamwork, dedication, and hard work to participate in Broncos sports and athletics. The Dent Shop of International Falls knows they need the same qualities when it comes to fixing your vehicles. Steve and his staff at the Dent Shop wants everyone to know that they also do car detailing, install high-performance remote starters, and offer glass replacement service with both pickup and delivery of your vehicles. The Dent Shop of International Falls, way more than just dents. Located on Highway 53, right behind the Mini Freedom store. It's time to discover the new Buick lineup of craftsmanship and luxurious styling. Washke Family GM Center has great deals on their expectation-shattering lineup, like the 2020 Buick Encore, the compact luxury SUV with a quiet, spacious cabin and comfortable seating up to 5. And the 2020 Buick Envision, the midsize SUV that's a joy to ride. Or go big with the 2020 Buick Enclave, tomorrow's SUV for today's family with seating up to 7. Washke Family GM Center of International Falls. Visit washkegm.com for more details. You might have heard Coke Zero Sugar has the refreshing, great Coke taste you know and love, minus the sugar and with 0 calories. And you might be thinking, real Coke taste with 0 sugar and 0 calories? Sounds too good to be true. That's understandable. Some people just don't believe it. Until they try it, that is. If you're ready to enjoy delicious refreshment in a whole new way with 0 calories and 0 sugar, pick up an ice-cold bottle of Coke Zero Sugar to try the real Coke taste of Coke Zero Sugar for yourself today.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3us.
I hope you're enjoying today's broadcast of Bronco Sports. Lakes Gas is proud to be sponsoring local sports for the International Falls Bronco student athletes. If you are in need of propane tanks for the shack or fish house, make sure to stop in at Lakes Gas of International Falls. You can rely on prompt, dependable, and local service from the experienced employees at Lakes Gas. For all your propane needs, Lakes Gas of International Falls. Give us a call at 283-3035.
Welcome back to the pregame show, joined by head coach Chad Baldwin. Coach, Tuesday night, let's talk a little bit about the 4-1 loss to Elwood Gilbert. Give me a coach's perspective on the game.
You know, I thought it was a pretty good high school hockey game. Once again, I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot on a couple of their goals, and it cost us. You know, it was a pretty good game, like I said. Couple mistakes we really want back, and it's a back and forth.
Are they mistakes that your kids can learn from and improve as we go towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the thing. It's just the small things. You know, we had a bad line change. We, one of our defensemen kind of toe picked. I mean, things happen, but they capitalized and they took advantage of it where, you know, we had some chances too and we didn't capitalize. So that's usually the way it goes. One team makes a mistake, we got to capitalize, and they were able to do that, and that's what made the difference.
So probably the best thing is you guys get right back on the horse. You got a busy final 10 days of the season here. You got 5 games over the next couple of days and over the next 10 days. And it starts here tonight with Ely. And so what do you know about the Timberwolves?
Not too much. I know typically every year they have a couple of kids that are pretty good players that get up and go. And, you just got to take them like any other team. You got to play hard, and especially at the end of the year, want to be going into playoffs on a high note. So we're not going to take it any different than any other game.
So I guess I have to approach this. I was debating all day basically if I was going to address this, but of course we have to go back to 2 years ago. Do these kids that are going to be playing tonight, do they still feel that sting from that playoff loss to Ely 2 years ago?
You know what? I think there's probably only a couple of kids from that team that experienced that. I'm sure it's still in the back of their mind, and they want to prove a point that was something that shouldn't have happened. But we got a young roster. And
that's true.
So a lot of those kids were probably maybe second-year Pee-wees. Sure. So, it's a completely different team, but still, it's in the back of the coaches' minds. I would hope it's on the back of the players' minds that we're here. So, like I said, we're just going to come at them hard like we would any other team.
Number one thing you want to see your kids get done tonight in this game?
You know what? We got to start varying our chances. That's kind of been our trouble the last few games. Like all year, we're right there. We just got to start capitalizing to, get those goals we need to get some more wins. Because, like I said, we're right there. It's just something we need to do if we want to advance farther in playoffs.
Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Yep, thank you.
Head coach of the International Falls Broncos, that is Chad Baldwin. And yes, I had to ask.
Yeah, I was going to say, you went there, didn't you?
I did. I like I said, when there was a spare moment and I was thinking about tonight's game, I'm like, am I going to bring it up? Am I going to ask? And of course, I had to ask the other side, because if I asked one coach, I had to ask the other. So it will come up again. But I like what he said about what I asked, what he wanted to get done. We got to bury our chances. This is a team that has done it at times, but there's been a lot of opportunities that they've let go by. And if they're going to make a run in the playoffs, it's got to start.
So their head coach is the same head coach?
Yes.
So it is. Okay,
it is.
Well, good for him. He's got over the term length for a head coach in high school sports these days.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, I mean, sounds like both coaches. Did we do the Ely one?
We did not do the Ely one yet.
It'd be interesting. Sounds like Baldy kind of remembers it, but doesn't want to.
I don't want to remember it either,
No.
but it's one of those things. I remember sitting in this vicinity at the end of that hockey game, just absolutely stunned, and that it had happened. And it happened.
Yeah, it did, and I think we were in shock or in awe of it, and didn't quite. And I remember the goal. It happened down at this end.
Exactly.
And a lot of bad things happened on that play, but they had a couple of guys that could go.
They really did.
That. They had some
really
players, and probably the best team they had since probably when Ben Gordon and them played. They had a good team.
And Chad talked about that off of the air. He talked about that they actually played Ely in the semifinals that year. They went to state.
Yeah.
And he said they only beat them 3-2.
Yeah, good.
He said so. They've had teams over the years, but just like any small school, it fluctuates.
Yeah.
And this is one of those years when their numbers are way down.
Yeah.
We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the interview I did with the head coach of the Ely Timberwolves, Ben Johnson. You're listening to the Bronco Boys Hockey Pregame Show on K104, RJBroadcasting.com, and you're watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Manco Trucking of International Falls is proud to be sponsoring our Little Fork Big Falls and International Falls student athletes. Manco Trucking is the perfect solution to all your hauling needs. Whether you have a big load or a small load, Manco Trucking will get it done. For all your truck and trailer repairs, plus backhoe and dirt work, contact Manco Trucking at 283-3898. Located on the truck route Highway 332 in International Falls.
The Rainy Lake Medical Center COVID testing site has moved. You still need to call for a COVID testing appointment Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call 218-598-5158, and their scheduler will give you instructions on how to proceed with your appointment. Testing site location is now at the former Top 10 Video Building, 1229 3rd Street, Suite 101. Remember, you need to call for a COVID test at 218-598-5158. Rainy Lake Medical Center. Care, compassion, community.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. A 2020 key findings report found that many community members overestimate the number of teens who use substances, disapprove of underage substance abuse, show strong support for underage drinking laws, and believe in the power of prevention. While most students are making good decisions, the negative impacts for those that do use substances can be devastating. As a community, we must take action to prevent underage substance abuse. We can increase the number of teens who make healthy decisions by correcting youth, parent, and community misperceptions about the prevalence of underage substance use. Together, we can make positive impacts in the lives of our youth by talking with each other about our personal and collective belief in prevention, stance against underage substance use, and our support for programs, policy, and community groups that work with kids healthy and safe. CAPE. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by the MNDHS Behavioral Division.
Welcome back to the pregame show, joined by head coach of the Ely Timberwolves, Ben Johnson. Coach, talk a little bit about how the year's gone for the Timberwolves.
Well, we're definitely a young squad, so it's been a lot of fun. The kids are learning and getting better. But yeah, we're very young. We got one senior, one junior, and the rest are sophomore, freshmen, and 8th graders. So pretty much a bantam age squad, but the last few games they've been kind of cracking, getting over, maybe being a little timid out there and getting used to the pace and the size that, you got some little guys, but they're getting after it. So it's kind of fun to see them grow that way. And definitely the future is going to be better, that's for sure.
Only played 7 games so far. Is that a result of COVID, or just that you're having a tough time scheduling games with the way things have gone this season?
Definitely COVID played a role. Probably lost 4 or 5 games with COVID. And then obviously scheduling, it's tough when these teams have to whittle down to 18 games instead of 24. And being at the end of the road up there, we're probably the first to go.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked about the youth of your team, but talk about maybe a couple kids that are the leaders for your team.
Yeah, our sophomore defenseman, Jackson Hagman, definitely our captain, our leader. And then we have our senior, Jimmy's up, who's definitely our leader up front. And throughout the mix, we have a lot of kids in a similar age group that they're all pretty much, they all work hard and strive to get better. And so it's just, they're a young team. And a few years ago, graduating, 15 seniors and 7 seniors last year definitely leaves it.
Yeah.
We're glad we have a season, and without a bantam program, we got to pull a lot of those peewees up just to keep our program alive. So, it's fun, and we're playing hockey, and it's exciting season just to be able to be playing again with the whole COVID thing happening, and wondering if we're even going to have a season. And so now it's kind of, we only have a couple weeks left, so we got to make the best of it.
Was it good memories walking back in here this evening?
Yeah, it is. Maybe not for you guys, but we definitely remember that. It was actually a big boost for our program because our Pee-wees went on to state, and it just kind of jump-started all the energy back home. And, not ever beating I Falls in the history of hockey was, to get them in playoff in your barn was definitely something our seniors still talk about. And having Adam Matthews as the coach on the bench, then being an I Falls guy, he wasn't sure if he was allowed to come back to town after that.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those, I don't know, statement wins, however you put it. I mean, Ely's had success over the years, but that had to be a big one.
Oh, for sure. That was definitely, a big win for us that year, and we remember that. And it was a good time, and hopefully we can play a good game tonight and go from there.
What do you need to see your kids do tonight that would make you pleased, win or lose?
Just to play 3 periods solid and just get after the puck and compete, and not be afraid of getting after it a little bit. We're such a young team, and our first period, they feel it out a little bit, and but yeah, there's still some kids that are playing. It could be first year Bantams that are competing at a varsity level, and obviously International Falls is a good hockey team, so if we can compete and keep it close and capitalize on our opportunities and play discipline and just an honest game, that's really all I'm asking for.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Head coach of the Ely Timberwolves, that is Ben Johnson, and I appreciate his time. He got here a little later than everybody else, so I was getting nervous on whether we were actually even going to get an interview, but always gracious. We've had a chance to talk over the past few years. He's just a good guy. Always got a smile on his face, and always good to talk to him. Again, the youth of this team is stunning to me. Like he said, a lot of first-year Bantam kids that are going to be playing in this game. So I just hope that it's a safe game. I hope it's a clean game, and I hope that it's a good one that we all will enjoy watching here and listening to on K104 and rjbroadcasting.com, and also on yourliveevent.com. And so we'll take another break, and we'll come back with more from Bronco Arena. Come on back here in a couple of minutes.
I hope you are enjoying today's broadcast of Bronco Sports. Lakes Gas is proud to be sponsoring local sports for the International Falls Bronco student athletes. If you are in need of propane tanks for the shack or fish house, make sure to stop in at Lakes Gas of International Falls. You can rely on prompt, dependable, and local service from the experienced employees at Lakes Gas. For all your propane needs, Lakes Gas of International Falls. Give us a call at 283-3035.
At Packaging Corporation of America, your friends and neighbors have been making high-quality Boise brand paper for 110 years. Our commitment to the community runs deep, and we're honored to invest time and resources to make life better throughout Borderland. Year after year, we join many important causes in our area, from youth to senior initiatives and everything in between. PCA is proud to support our community and proud to make Boise paper with purpose.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. A 2020 International Falls Community Survey Key Findings Report shows our community believes in the importance of prevention. The results of this report are based on the Positive Community Norms Community Survey that was conducted by phone in February to March of 2020. These survey results are based on 101 randomly selected adults aged 21 and over within ISD 361. 78% agree that they have a responsibility for the health and well-being of youth in the community. 69% believe it's possible to reduce alcohol and other problem drugs through prevention efforts. 92% agree it's important to have groups in the community working to prevent problems associated with underage substance use. For more information about CAPE, please log on to their Facebook. CAPE, Together We Are Strong. This ad has been funded by the MNDHS Behavioral Division.
The Rainy Lake Medical Center COVID testing site has moved. You still need to call for a COVID testing appointment Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call 218-598-5158, and their scheduler will give you instructions on how to proceed with your appointment. Testing site location is now at the former Top 10 Video Building, 1229 3rd Street, Suite 101. Remember, you need to call for a COVID test at 218-598-5158. Rainy Lake Medical Center. Care, compassion, community.
Our winter wonderland is the perfect place to recharge, relax, and even social distance. Hi, this is Drake Dill at Border Bank. Our team wants to help you get out and enjoy all that winter has to offer. Visit with us to explore securing a loan for an ice house, snowmobile, ATV, or even a snowblower. Whatever you need to enjoy or even conquer this winter season. We're Border Bank, your key to enjoying the great outdoors. Member FDIC.
Back at Bronco Arena, the Zambonis got a couple more trips around, so let's fill Mike with what's on the schedule for tonight. And we already mentioned that Evelyn Gilbert hosting Virginia MIB, their future teammates in maybe a year or two. Oops.
It's in Evelyn?
It is in Evelyn.
Who do you got?
I'm taking Evelyn.
Same here.
4-3.
I think so too. Overtime.
Overtime. Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Trout line, the overtime winner.
Okay.
Gotta like the Trout lines.
There you go.
One of our sponsors.
Duluth Marshall is at North Shore tonight. Hibbing Chisholm is at Greenway. Ought to be
all big games.
Big games, and of course the one here. And then Hermantown is at Grand Rapids. The rematch from a couple of weeks ago. That, if I remember right, Hermantown won that one, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty close game. I think it was ended up 3-goal game. But I was over talking to my buddy Jimmy Sapancic. Of course, he has a son on the team tonight. He's the only senior, and he said, "Yeah, Hermantown's going down tonight, Mike, and they're not going to make the state tournament." I said, "Well, who's going to beat them?" He says, "Well, Grand Rapids." I said, "Well, Jimmy, Grand Rapids is a AA and Hermantown's an A." See, he couldn't believe me. He wouldn't believe me. I said, "There's no way Hermantown should be single A." So again, thank you for that ammunition.
There you go. Yeah. Absolutely. And the other game in Section 7A tonight, Duluth-Denfeld is at Proctor, and of course should be one-sided, but we'll see what happens.
Do you do meth?
Do I what?
Meth. MEH.
MEH. Meh?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I know. I see it once in a while. Then I got to use it because I got to feel like I'm in. Right?
And, of course, elsewhere tonight, the Bronco boys basketball team is down in Evelyn. And I know the Broncos lost to the Golden Bears a couple weeks ago at home.
Close game.
And, and Coach felt like that one slipped away. I asked him about that today or yesterday, actually. And he said, we felt like that one slipped away on us. We'd really like to go down there and win one on their floor. And then, of course, the girls' basketball team, the Broncos, are at home taking on the Ely Timberwolves as well. So it's two buses from Ely sitting out in the parking lot. So, it's a busy night. And, of course, the Bronco girls' basketball team hosts Duluth East tomorrow night. The boys' swimming and diving team, they have their final duel of the year. They're down in Aurora to take on Wasabi East tomorrow.
Okay.
And then Saturday, we're going to be here to do Bronco girls hockey as they take on Thief River Falls. The Bronco boys team will be at home. They'll be taking on Two Harbors.
In basketball.
Boys are going. And the Bronco boys hockey team is heading for Red Lake Falls on Saturday. Did you look it up on a map yet so you know?
No. I didn't. I'm not
you
going.
Didn't, and you're not going to.
No, I'm not going there. And then reminder for everybody, the swim team. I got the swim team. Coach Steve Joslin. They're going to come in for Coach's Corner on Saturday and give us a little preview of their sections next week. And I'm thinking of going down. They said I probably can't get in the pool area, but I can still maybe talk to a few of the swimmers after. And they deserve the coverage. We got some swimmers that have a chance of going to state.
So you're gonna let me do that girls hockey game by myself on the 13th, okay?
Maybe.
That's fair enough.
What do they play?
The girls are playing Prairie Center.
Prairie Center.
Center.
That'll be a tough decision.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I can't get in the pool. Steve already told me that, but again, I think I just give them plenty of coverage, and that's what I want to do. I just want to.
I hear you. Yeah. It's going to be that busy time of the year. Yeah. And plus, you need to go sit by the pool so that you learn how to deal with them warmer temperatures.
Yeah, so in case I see a shark, I can swim away from it. Yeah.
Let's take one more break. We'll come back with the starting lineups here as the Broncos get ready to take on the Timberwolves. You're listening to the pregame show on K104 and RJBroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on your live event. BuickLink.com.
It's time for the new Buick lineup of craftsmanship and luxurious styling. Washke Family GM Center has great deals on their expectation-shattering lineup, like the 2020 Buick Encore, the compact luxury SUV with a quiet, spacious cabin and comfortable seating up to 5. And the 2020 Buick Envision, the midsize SUV that's a joy to ride. Or go big with the 2020 Buick Enclave, tomorrow's SUV for today's family with seating up to 7. Washke Family GM Center of International Falls. Visit washkegm.com for more details.
With 2021 getting into full swing at Worley Motors, it's time to clear out all remaining 2020 vehicles in stock with huge savings to you. Like this new 2020 Ford F-150 Crew Cab XLT Sport, priced at over $11,000 off, down to only $41,572. Or this 2020 Ford Escape SE all-wheel drive, priced smooth at only $24,813. Stop in for all the details at Worley Motors, 309 5th Street in the Falls.
Back at Bronco Arena, the team's just about ready to come back on the ice. But Mike, we're doing our pick, right?
Oh yeah, we got pick the Bronco to score the goal. Brought to you by Hardee's, and if you could text Bully here at 218-230-9954, 230-9954. Tell me who's going to score the first Bronco goal, or text Ringer at
218-324-3053, and the winner gets the right to get a sandwich valued at about $8.
Yeah,
and
they have really big sandwiches.
So give us a text. Who was our winner the other night? Did you ever find out, or can you say?
Yeah, it was Cooper Levine's aunt, Teresa.
Yes.
Teresa, I don't think she stopped by yet. Of course, Luke Zeke, if you're listening, I apologize. I know you were in the studio. You ended up buying a Sports Fishing Club Derby ticket. And I was in the back studio recording something. And Luke, I'm going to maybe just easiest thing, Luke, is I could probably give it to Ringer, and he could bring it to the school and give it to you there.
Absolutely.
Luke did win.
Yes. So give us the text message, Mike 218.
Who do you got?
230-9954. Or me 218-324-3053. I'm going to go with Wickling.
Brady Wickling.
Brady Wickling gets the first goal tonight. How about you?
First shift. I'm going to go Miles Mason.
Okay.
He's been there all year, and 6 goals on the year, and played very well for him. So, again, give us a text, and we'll put you in.
I just got a text that said that Zam just scored a goal against Grand Rapids. So,
oh, jeez.
So it didn't
It
didn't take very long.
I like that guy.
The starting lineups are brought to you by the Sports Shop in downtown International Falls. They have equipment and expertise to keep you on the ice, on the trail, or wherever you may play. The Sports Shop in downtown International Falls. Let's start with the visitors from Ely Northeast Range. The Timberwolves starting in goal, a freshman, number 31, Ben Cavalier. On the defense, sophomore number 8, Jackson Hegman, and 8th grader number 12, Alex Merriman. Starting on the forward line, a freshman on the left-hand side, number 13, Drew Marolt. On the right-hand side, a senior, number 24, Jimmy Zupancic. And starting at center, an 8th grader, number 4, Jack Mathias. Looking at the International Falls Broncos, Mitchell Nemec gets another start in goal here tonight against the Ely Timberwolves. Starting on defense, we'll have Matt Worley, number 10, and number 11, Caden Zahn. On your forward line, that new first line with Tucker Hell up on the left-hand side, 1 goal, 11 assists, 12 points on the season. On the right-hand side, Cooper Levine, 11 goals, 8 assists for 19 points. And your starting center is going to be the guy who's going to score the first goal of this game, Brady Wickling. He's got 13, 8, and 21. Yeah. And I know you're always talking to me about picking chalk.
You're picking chalk.
But I got a feeling he's gonna have one. He's gonna get that first one here tonight. Okay. So the Broncos 5-8 on the season. The Timberwolves come in at 0-7, and of course the all-time record. We talk about this with every team, so I feel compelled that I need to say it: 63-1, all-time against Ely.
Yeah, and usually it's been one game. We've played them in the playoffs a few times. They add to those numbers, but yeah.
We'll take a break here for the national anthem, and we'll come back with the start of this hockey game as the Broncos get ready to take on the Ely Timberwolves. You're listening to Boys Hockey on K104 and RJBroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on YourLiveEvent.com.
When it comes to repairing your vehicles and other car maintenance, we know you have a lot of options. Sometimes so many options it can be hard to decide where to go. The Dent Shop of International Falls offers the highest quality service, competitive pricing, and a knowledgeable staff. Right now, all auto glass repairs are only $60. If you have a chip in your glass or you have that irritating line through your windshield, bring it in to the Dent Shop. Located just off Highway 53 in International Falls, the Dent Shop. We are much more than just dents. Up North Builders is cheering on the 2021 Bronco hockey teams. Working with you from beginning to end and hiring only the most expert subcontractors, our number one priority is your total satisfaction. Up North Builders offers equipment rentals, rental properties, remodeling, excavating, concrete work, and more. From Lake Superior to North Dakota, Up North Builders is your general contractor. Call Up North Builders at 285-3635 or visit upnorthbuildersinc.com today.
Windows and doors can be the most important feature in your home. Stop in the Falls Lumber Company Design Center today and view and operate quality Marvin windows and doors. Falls Lumber Company's trained professionals will assist you in choosing the correct products for your home. Let a little light in today with Falls Lumber Company and Marvin Windows and Doors. Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street, International Falls.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. A 2020 key findings report found that many community members overestimate the number of teens who use substances, disapprove of underage substance abuse, show strong support for underage drinking laws, and believe in the power of prevention. While most students are making good decisions, the negative impacts for those that do use substances can be devastating. As a community, we must take action to prevent underage substance abuse. We can increase the number of teens who make healthy decisions by correcting youth, parent, and community misperceptions about the prevalence of underage substance use. Together, we can make positive impacts in the lives of our youth by talking with each other about our personal and collective belief in prevention, stance against underage substance use, and our support for programs, policy, and community groups that work with kids healthy and safe. CAPE. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by the MNDHS Behavioral Division.
Back at Bronco Arena, teams are revving it up here, getting ready to go. The Broncos, of course, in their home whites, they'll be going right to left. The Timberwolves in their road blacks with white and red trim, white helmets, black breezers, and obviously they'll be going left to right. Quick update from Grand Rapids. Peart has tied it up 1-1 on the power play 2 minutes in, so it's a scoring fest down in Grand Rapids. And hopefully we get to see some of that here tonight for the Bronx.
And I don't even know. I got to get a hold of Sheldon to find out where Peart is. Is he going to St. Cloud?
You know what? I don't remember, and I'm going to be honest with you. I do not remember.
Could go out east. A lot of Grand Rapids kids go out east, and who knows? Dartmouth.
Yeah, hey, why not? How about Providence?
Providence would be a good spot. We're
Providence
trying to
is
get
a good spot.
Line there, right?
In case you people are listening and you don't know, Mike played at Providence back in the early 80s along with his good buddy.
My boy, Brucey.
Your boy, Brucey.
I'll tell you what,
your boy,
we
Brucey.
had a good time there, and really good time. And just Bruce ended up being the captain our senior year, and what a captain he was. It's a great leader.
Opening faceoff is brought to you by Service Master of International Falls. For a home that is professionally cleaned all year round, call Service Master at 283-4775. We are underway. Puck comes into the Broncos zone. Talmadge cross ice for Worley. Worley tries to push it up along the far wall. Tipped around, backhanded by Dremel, and then pushed back by the Timberwolves. Near side, this is Talmadge. Gets to the near red line, hits the padding of Mathias, and it bounces all the way back into the Broncos zone, where Worley has it behind his own net. Everybody gets set up. They go out the far side to Dremel. Dremel takes a big hit. Puck left there. Worley has it. Skate is along the wall. Gets to the red line, pushes it in to the Timberwolves zone. And picking up there is Mason. Mason ridden off the puck there nicely by Hegman. Along the far half wall, Cooper Levine has it. Tries to come off the wall with it. It's tipped away. Zahn throws it to the near wall where Savonin has it. He dumps it in behind the Timberwolves net into the far corner where Hegman has it. He gets knocked down there by Hell. Tries to center one there. Puck bounces, and there's Wickling. Wickling comes out of the corner. Makes a move. Looks like maybe to go to the wraparound, and then sneaks out towards the blue line. Finds Cooper Levine. There's a save by the goaltender Cavalier as the puck goes into the corner. You thought you were going to be right. I can feel it. Hell shoots, and that goes high up over the crossbar.
I got Mace.
You got Mason. That's right.
That's right. But I'll take.
I got a couple Levines. That's why I'm thinking about
it. Scores first.
Broncos can't hold the zone. 90 seconds into this game. No score in your Rainy River Community College scoreboard as Jocelyn taps it into the zone. Timberwolves look to clear, and Zahn keeps it in. Hits Tucker Hell, and then we get a whistle, and played with a high stick. Okay, I wasn't sure if he hit it with his stick or just his arm. Referee's got the final call. 15-20 remaining in the first period. No score on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard. I got a text message. Somebody's listening. He is going to St. Cloud State. Pierce.
Oh, good. And also, KCC TV might be, if it's you can't hear it real well, turn it way up. You got to turn the volume way up.
Yes, we have been trying to figure something out there, and we are working on it, but it's been a tough thing to figure out. There's a centering pass for the Timberwolves, and tied up there right in front of the net was Katie and Zupancic. Now in the far corner, this is Kashik. Kashik comes in behind his own net, comes along the near side for Thompson. Thompson out to center, skips that, tips it along, but picked up there by Katie and Zupancic, and a hand pass on the Timberwolves, and so we'll get a face-off back in the Timberwolves zone to the right of Cavalier. So, yeah, busy night here on the old text messaging and everything else. Hate to say it.
Two quick guesses. One was on Dremel.
Okay.
And I believe the other one on Miles Mason.
Okay, and I've got Nemec.
Okay, really?
Of course. Brother. Come on. Face-off controlled by the Broncos. Now the Timberwolves look to tip it out to center, and they do. Backhanded in by Talmadge. It goes in behind the Timberwolves net. I got a Wickling and a couple of Levines as well. Your pick is still valid. Score is 0-0 here. Behind the net, Savonin. Savonin skates into the corner with it. Tries to go to Dremel in the slot. That was knocked away by the Timberwolves. Sandy goes in behind the net. Picked up by Savonin. Centering pass. Shoot. Talmadge. Knocked away. Talmadge picks it back up along the half wall. Another shot. Behind the net it goes. Comes off the end wall. Worley scoots over there and keeps it in. What did you say last week? Skadoodled? Yes, skadoodle was the word. Yes, Timberwolves get it out to center. Jocelyn. I've never used that word before last time and tonight. Savonin gets it in, and I don't know how he wasn't offside, but all right. Mason, backhand, wide of the mark, goes into the corner. Picked up there by Hegman. Hegman tries to clear, kept in by Zahn, and now the Timberwolves will get it out. This is Ty Walker. Throws it off the wall. Broncos could get an extra guy or two on the ice there, but none taken as Wickling going to walk in behind the defense. Skates in, shoots, and scores. No doubt about that.
That's right. You win nothing.
But Casey Scholler wins the sandwich.
Casey Scholler. Hey,
Scholler gets
Casey Scholler, way to go, Casey.
So he gets the winner. And 9 from who? Who was there? This goal is at the 3:14 mark.
Chuck Sorry just got in. He said Dremel. He said, oh, shoot, too late.
So we'll see what we get. 9 from 15 is the official scoring. Jocelyn will get the only assist. And so the Broncos send it right back in. Timberwolves look to clear, kept in at the point by Zahn. That's knocked down by Hegman. Tried to push it out of the zone. Broncos keep it in. Puck sitting in the slot. Right in Cooper skates. He sends it over to Hell. Big save there by Cavalier. Another centering pass by Hell. Knocked away by Hegman. Timberwolves look to clear. Along the near side, this is Matthias. Kept in by Jocelyn. Thrown towards the net. Picked up there by Wickling. Backhands it looking for Levine. Knocked away by Homer for the Timberwolves. Sent right back in by the Broncos. Levine in behind the net. Centering for Hell. He turns. Looks. Kasha coming down the slot. That's knocked away by the Ely defense. That was Matthias. Along the near half wall now. Ely looking to clear the zone. Stepping up and getting a hold of that puck was Kashik. Onto the stick of Sether. He skates into the corner. Leaves it in behind the Timberwolves net. Picked up by Matthias. Pushes to come out along the near wall. Jocelyn can't keep it in. And back into the Broncos zone. Zahn has it. Zahn avoids a poke check by his own teammate. And now throwing it back into the zone is Katie and Zupancic. Jocelyn, far side. Tried to tip it along. Timberwolves knocked that one down. Picked up by Kasha. Wheels in behind his own net to Thompson along the near wall. Kept in at the point by Sandy. Throws it in the corner. Centering pass through the legs. Puck bouncing around. Unable to come up with that was Macho, who's the leading scorer for this Timberwolves team. As the Broncos come back the other way, Thompson dumps it in on the backhand. As the Broncos looking to change. Sether shoots, scores. Good pass there from Thompson. And making no mistake with it is Owen Sether. And the Broncos make it 2-0 here at the 4:59 mark.
That drive to the net there by Owen Sether, and he picks up a goal with it. Of course, our drive to the net is brought to you by Nagurski Transportation. Moving your product safe and fast. Nagurski Transportation is always looking for new professional drivers, Ringer. So if you want to join their team, be a driver, get a hold of Kevin out there by the junction at Nagurski Transportation.
And getting the other assist on that will be Worley. So a couple of
first assist on Wickling.
On 15, the only one. Broncos right back into the zone. Timberwolves look to clear. Kept in there by Dremel. Now picked up by Savonin along the near half wall. Savonin skates in behind the net. Now all the way around, cycling like Kaprizov. Now backhand, saved by Cavalier, knocked away. Savonin picks it back up, sharp angle shot, saved by Cavalier, and a whistle. Referee must have lost sight of the puck, and we'll get a stoppage in play. 11:33 remaining in the first period. Broncos lead it 2-0.
This time all brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Napa Auto Parts, your locally owned Napa Auto dealer here in the Falls, where you can always find quality parts, batteries, and helpful staff. Napa Auto Parts is open 7 days a week in International Falls, and they want to salute their employees for National Employee Appreciation Day tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Face off, goes to the far half wall. Tipped in the corner by Levine. Levine and Wickling are way too close. They need to get a little distance between them. Now picking up off the wall here, pardon me, that is going to be Macho. Macho gets it out to center. Zupancic, Cadian, comes into the zone with it, knocks it towards the net, knocked away by Nemec. Telmich skates into the corner, and now skates out of the corner with it, held to the near wall, couldn't control it. Puck laying in the neutral ice area. Wickling gets to the blue line, dumps it in. Levine in the corner. Couple of Timberwolves players. Macho will knock it away. Skates it out to neutral. Into the Bronco zone as he weaves his way through some traffic. In behind the Bronco net. Centering pass. Puck laying there. Saved by Nemec. Puck still laying there. Broncos finally able to clear it. That's Zahn to the far half wall. Pushed along by the Timberwolves. Now back out towards the blue line, pardon me. And now Levine flips it towards center and heads to the bench. Sandy knocks it into the Bronco zone where it's picked up by Zahn. To Joslin. Joslin skates forward. Got Wickling along with him. Gets through. Loses the handle on the puck, and that's knocked into the corner by Hegman. Hegman, the captain, a sophomore, sends it up the near wall out to center where Zahn has it. Zahn whiffs on that pass, then picks up the loose puck. Knocked off of his stick, skating into it, the zone here. This is Maralt. Comes towards Nemec, who swats that away. Maralt picks it up along the wall. Had his stick lifted by Skifsted, and Skifsted skates it out of the zone. Tried to leave it off to Sether there. They just didn't quite communicate correctly on that. Puck back in the Timberwolves zone. Koshik to Sether. Whoa! One-timer. 2 saves on the rebound there by Skifsted. And a save there by Cavalier. Good job by the freshman goaltender. As you can see on the replay here, couple saves there for the freshman goaltender, Ben Cavalier.
Yeah, speaking of goaltending, great save on the other end, too. Great save of the period brought to you by Dr. Luke Nemec at Family Chiropractic Center of International Falls. Luke Nemec, Chiropractic of International Falls.
Face-off won by Matthias for the Timberwolves. Along the end wall now, Skifsted does a little checking on Hegman there. Now a couple other players join in. Stepping away with it is going to be Koshik. He shoots it. Glove save, knocked down. Rebound, save Cavalier. As Skifsted had another opportunity. Clearing attempts kept in by Worley. Cross ice to Telmich. Telmich throws one towards the net. Sether picks it up, centering for Skifsted. Koshik picks it up. That hits traffic. Telmich throws one towards the net, wide of the far post. Sether, his centering pass, knocked away by Matthias. Matthias comes to the near half wall. Looks to get it out to center, and he will. Right onto the stick of Jimmy Zupancic. Into the zone. He's checked out the puck by Worley. Koshik has the puck. Is Ely just completing a change. Koshik into the zone. Tried to throw it off the wall to himself. Picking that up is Sandy. Sandy tries to clear the zone. Knocked it back in by Sether. Now the Wolves will come up the near side. Ty Walker, the freshman defenseman, into the zone. Ridden out the puck there by Mason. Joslin throws the puck into the far corner. Dremel there. Throws it up along the wall. Kept in by the Timberwolves. Thrown towards the net. Joslin skates up towards the far wall. Crosses over and now out to center. Gets to the red line and dump it in. Into the corner. Mason will be the first one there. He can't control it. To Dremel. Out to the point to Joslin. His shot hits traffic. Backhand shot. Just missed the near post by Mason. Dremel picks up the puck. He's in the corner. Just over 8 remaining, and the Timberwolves look to clear. Zahn kept it in momentarily And now up to center with it. This is Chase Anderson. He gets knocked off the puck there by Jocelyn. Loose puck picked up by Savonin. Savonin into center. Now into the Timberwolves zone. Gets into the corner. Behind the net. Had his pocket picked there nicely by Merriman. Puck in the corner. Dremel tried to skate away with it, but it was knocked off of his stick. And now Merriman has it back for the Timberwolves. All on the far wall. Broncos keep it in. This is Dremel. Throws one towards the net. And now thrown out to center by the Timberwolves. They'll get a change here. As back to pick it up as hell. Cross ice for Joslin. Looking for Savonin. He dumps. He'll head to the bench. 7:25 remaining in the first period. 2-0. The Broncos lead it on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard. Hell along the far half wall. Throws it off the wall to himself. Centering pass. Knocked away nicely there by the Timberwolves. This is low. Out to center. And they say icing. I think they got a piece of that. And should not have been icing, but the Broncos will take it. And we'll get a face-off to the left of Cavalier with 7:09 remaining here in the first period. 2-0 on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard. Start your voyage at RRCC. Get an associate's degree or transfer to a 4-year school. Your future awaits you right in your own backyard. Rainy River Community College, 285-7722. Face-off won by the Broncos. Worley, wrister, deflected, hit the goaltender Cavalier right in the chest protector, cleared away by the defense. Tried to clear it out to center. That was thrown back in by Talmadge. Homer tries to go up along the near wall. Ely will go cross ice. There to pick it up is Sandy. He had his stick lifted by Levine. Puck laying loose. And now this is Kadian Zupancic getting it out. Macho out to center. Talmadge tries to bring it in and had to lay on the brakes a little bit. Then we get an offside on the Broncos.
Yeah, a little bit. And, boy, Broncos have had the puck a lot. And not a lot of great chances, but they have buried 2 so far. But still only 2-0 here.
Would you be interested that Joey Pierce is out of the lineup for Hermantown?
He has been. He missed the last game, too. And some kind of lower body injury, as they call him nowadays.
Lower BL, right. Yeah, LBI, right?
LBI.
And UBI. Anyway, Timberwolves control off the faceoff. Looking to go to the far side, taken away by Caution tied up on that centering pass. And now here comes Jimmy Zupancic out of the zone. Good speed here for the senior. He gets pinched off the puck there. Caution picks up the loose puck. Looks for Skifstead. That's picked off by the Timberwolves. Skating in by Marolt. A shot to the glove side of Nemec, who hangs on to it. Stops the clock. 6:18 remaining in period number 1. 2-0. The Broncos lead it on goals by Wickland and Sether.
This time all brought to you by Canner Electric. For all your electrical needs, both commercial and residential, Canner Electric, they're at 500 4th Street, 283-8319, Canner Electric of International Falls.
Face off to the right of Nemec. Matthias versus Savonin. Matthias wins it back. Dremel, the ever-aggressive forward, tries to knock it out of the zone. Kept in. Matthias shot. That hits off the stick of Joslin. Heads up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off to the left of Nemec here just a few seconds later. 6:08 now remaining.
Broncos rolling 3 lines, and I think normal 4 or 5D that they have. Joslin, he's played well the last few games. Big kid, aggressive. I like his game right here.
Ely running 3 lines as well. They're not afraid. They have not been taking their chances. Marolt had a shot attempt. That was knocked down by the Broncos. Mason gets it out of the zone. Zupancic, his attempt to enter the zone, knocked away by Mason, goes all the way down the ice. Joslin pitches in from the point to keep it in the zone along the near half wall. Joslin loses his stick. Mason knocked down. We're going to get a penalty here on the Timberwolves. And we're going to get an interference call possibly. No, we're going to get a tripping call on number 15, Wes Sandy. So this penalty is at the 11:18.
Of course, this power play ringer. It's brought to you by Dr. Lorelei Locker, optometrist over in downtown Fort Francis, Ontario. She's located on Scott Street. And yes, as soon as the border does open up, you can go back over there and get your eye exams done. And she does good work.
3-1 Grand Rapids leading it.
Wow.
Yeah. Face off to the right of Cavalier.
Joey Pierce missed. That's a big loss.
Yeah. Face off win by the Broncos. Wicklands parallel to the line. His quick wrister from the blue line there. It goes high up over the crossbar. Bounces off the end wall. Mason has it along the far half wall. Plays it back to the point to Hell. Hell goes back in the corner. Mason will be the first one there. Leaves it for Levine. Skates into the corner. Coming this side for Savonin. Shot and a goal. That sounded like it hit pad, but must have hit off the pad and went in, and it's a power play goal, and the Broncos lead 3-0. And if I don't sound excited enough, I wasn't sure it wasn't in.
Yeah, and I didn't know either until I saw the ref point, and that'll be Savonin on the goal. Cooper Levine will pick up 1 assist, and I believe Miles Mason or Tucker Hell will get that secondary one. So nice play there. Cooper Levine ran across ice and fed him. I was hoping Parker would have one time that. I think it would have been easier, but an easier goal, but he did the right thing.
So they say 22 from 7 and 21.
So Mason does pick up the save.
So we come back to play here. So the goal by Savonin, the assist to Levine and to Mason. Broncos come right back in, shot high by Thompson over the crossbar. Back into the corner. Played there by the Timberwolves. This is Katie Zupancic, gets it out to center. Macho squeezed off the play there by Worley. It is going to be an interference penalty. I thought as much. And so the Timberwolves will go on the power play.
Yeah, I believe Worley, I think he got 2 penalties last game. That's okay.
And won the game before that.
Yeah,
so. He now knows the way to the penalty box.
Yes, he does.
We'd like to not see him do that. We want him to be physical. We want him to be aggressive. Yep. He just carried that check a little too far. 15 years ago, perfectly fine. These days, no more.
No, I agree with you right now. Penalty killers out there now.
Face off to the right of Nemec. Won by Wickling. Talmadge sends it off the boards and all the way down the ice. Race for the puck. Levine might get there first, and he will. Behind the net. Knocked off of his stick by Sandy. And Levine tries to send it back in, and he will. Picked up by Hegman. Hegman, cross ice, out to center. Picked up by Wickling. Wickling gets into the zone. Tried to go to Levine. That was knocked away by the Timberwolves. In the corner, Sandy. Along the near wall to Marolt. Marolt. Out to center. Coming in is Matthias. Gets into the corner. Tried to go back to Marolt. That was knocked away by Joslin. Now to the point. Sandy. His wrister. Kicked away by Nemec. May escape the zone. It does. Thrown right back in. Timberwolves touch up. Picked up by Talmadge. He throws it into the Timberwolves zone. The Broncos get some fresh penalty killers onto the ice. Marolt sends it into the zone. Picked out by Wickling. He'll throw it right down the ice. 1 minute remaining in the Timberwolves power play. Savonin will get there first. Taken away from him by Hegman. Savonin then knocks it away and picked up by the Timberwolves. Comes out to center. Kicked around a little bit. Zupancic's along the wall. Joslin has it. Fires it all the way back down. Race for the puck. Savonin gets there first. Into the corner with it. Happy to take a little time off the clock. Stepping in is Macho. He throws it into the corner, picked up by Savonin. Savonin out towards the point. Tries to send it back in the corner. Hegman tries to clear it out, kept in by Hell. Hell picks it up. Standing at the doorstep was Savonin, couldn't get a stick onto it. Far half wall. Macho sends it off the wall, sends it down the ice. 15 remaining in the power play. Dremel back to pick it up. Cross ice for Hell. Hell off the wall and into the zone. Back in behind the Timberwolves net. Centering pass. Shot. Thompson. The goaltender Cavalier isn't sure that he had it. Took a peek over his shoulder, but he had it in his equipment. Stops the clock with 2:52 remaining in the first period. 2 seconds in the power play for the Timberwolves. 3-0. The Broncos lead it on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard.
Yeah, good play there by Kostick. Had Tristan coming in on the short side, fed him, and a good opportunity for a shorthanded goal there by Tristan Thompson.
Face off to the right of Cavalier. Picked up by the Timberwolves. Kostick throws it in behind, and now we're at the 5-on-5 hockey. Cross ice pass for the Timberwolves out to neutral. That was low. Looking for line mate Zupancic. Zahn picks that up. Sether, just outside the zone, backhands it in. Picked up by the Wolves. Out to center. Coming into it, the zone is Macho. Macho past Worley. Tried to go centering pass to the backside to Low. They couldn't connect. Tipped out to center by Caution. Picks it up there, kicks it in the zone. He's got Sether coming with him. Lays on the break. Sether one-timer. Saved by Cavalier. Rebound saved by Cavalier. Off the stick of Thompson. Centering pass cleared away by the Timberwolves. Just over 2 remaining. Here comes Hegman. Teammates changing behind him. He comes in. Lays on the brakes. Looks. Centers. Nobody home except for Talmadge, who tries to clear, and he will. Thompson behind the defense if he can catch up with. He does. Walks in. Backhand. Goal. Thompson on the pass from Talmadge, I believe. And the Broncos make it 4-0.
A great play by Talmadge on the near side here. And he saw Tristan kind of take it off, and he fed up the boards perfectly, and Tristan carried it in, made no mistake. And Tristan Thompson's played very well.
Showed great patience on that replay. Yeah. You could see just kind of waited, got the goaltender to commit, and just slipped it into the back of the open net on the backhand.
4-0 Broncos.
12 from 15, they say. I thought it was 18, but it'll be Joslin that'll pick up his second assist of the game. So, off the face-off, here come the Timberwolves. Knocked off of the stick there of Huntbatch. And now, tripped up there, looking for a raised hand. I see it. As the Broncos are going to take another penalty here, as a tripping penalty coming up on Tucker Hell, I believe.
Tucker's kind of looking around like, who, me?
Yeah, you got your stick in there, no doubt about it, Tucker. This penalty at 15:31.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll see what the Timberwolves can do here. The Broncos had a pretty good shorthanded attempt, but the Timberwolves also had a couple of looks, just not maybe the greatest looks that they'd like to see.
Exactly, and actually the Broncos had probably better chances on the shorthanded than Ely. Again,
Yes.
Ely's a very young team, and again, I think out there right now they got 4 8th or 9th graders and one senior.
Yeah, absolutely. That is exactly what it is. And so the power play here, the second of the game for Ely Northeast Range, face off to the right of Nemec, one back by Zupancic. He picks up the puck off the wall, throws it into the near corner. Joslin races there to get it out along the wall. Mason turns, fires it all the way down, right on the goaltender Cavalier. Back to get it is going to be Savonin. He'll beat the Timberwolves there. Skates into the corner with it. Broncos shorthanded, cross ice. Shot. Missed the mark there by number 18. That is Talmadge. Skating off the wall with it is Savonin. Gets into the slot. He's tied up. Puck comes loose. Zupancic sends it out to center and all the way down the ice. And it'll be an icing call here on the Timberwolves. Now, whose name haven't I not said tonight yet?
Boy, I think you've mentioned them all.
Who has not been?
Max.
Who has not been on the ice yet? I don't believe number 19. I don't believe Ben Glowacz has not been on the ice yet. I did find him on the bench over there. So I'm just, I don't know if it's injury or something else.
Well, he looks fine from here.
He looks fine from here.
Uncle Mike, any details on that? You can let us know.
Face off, win by Wickling. Quick shot by Levine, saved by Cavalier. Out to center with it. Wickling turns, gets it to Levine. 40 remaining in the period. Levine lays on the brakes. Short-handed are the Broncos. Wickling will pick up the loose puck. Tries to go back towards the point. Levine has it. Wrist shot. That hits a player. Goes to the wall. Wickling plays it in behind the Timberwolves net. Sandy will pick it up for the Timberwolves. Tries to play it past Levine. Now tied up in the corner. Wickling joins in. Marolt also. Levine walks out of the corner. Sharp angle shot. Saved by Cavalier. Marolt picks it up with 15 remaining in the period. Cross ice pass. Talmadge steps up. Brings it right back in along with Levine. Waits. Couldn't get it. Pardon me, to Levine. Timberwolves will clear it out. 2 remaining in the period. No final shot. We've got 17 minutes in the book. The score, International Falls 4, the Ely Timberwolves 0. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more from Bronco Arena. You're listening to it on K104 and RJBroadcasting.com, and you're watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Brady Center COVID testing site has moved. You still need to call for a COVID testing appointment Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call 218-598-5158, and their scheduler will give you instructions on how to proceed with your appointment. Testing site location is now at the former Top 10 Video Building, 1229 3rd Street, Suite 101. Remember, you need to call for a COVID test at 218-598-5158. Rainy Lake Medical Center. Care, compassion, community.
At Packaging Corporation of America, we make Boise brown paper with purpose. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in Borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, PCA does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Once upon a time in a convenience store, a woman asked, "Which zero-calorie drink will I like more?" The cashier said, "I have a thought. Coke Zero Sugar always hits the spot." The taste made her heart fill with laughter, and with her Coke Zero Sugar, she lived happily ever after. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, unbelievably delicious.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. We have established robust COVID-19 safety rules for our workers, and when they're not at work on our project, they're advised to follow local health guidelines because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
You know, Voyagers is a water-based park. You cannot drive a car to see Voyagers. You have to use some form of water transportation, and Rainy Lake Houseboat is one of the finest ways to see it.
That's right, Bill. Voyagers National Park, along with Rainy Lake, are right here in the borderland. You can plan your next Minnesota vacation destination this summer at Rainy Lake Houseboats. Enjoy the beauty and wildlife in a relaxing setting. Call the Dohertys at 218-286-5391 to help set up your next family getaway.
Manco Trucking of International Falls is proud to be sponsoring our Little Fork Big Falls and International Falls student athletes. Manco Trucking is the perfect solution to all your hauling needs. Whether you have a big load or a small load, Manco Trucking will get it done. For all your truck and trailer repairs, plus backhoe and dirt work, contact Manco Trucking at 283-3898. Located on the truck route Highway 332 in International Falls.
Back at Bronco Arena in between the first and second period, Broncos lead it by a score of 4-0. And Mike, can we say that the Broncos did what they were supposed to do in period number one?
Yeah, just don't put any doubt into the game. Go out there and score goals. And what I like, Ringer, is a good mixture of players, a lot of different players getting on the scoreboard. Sether, Thompson, of course, Wickling, and one more in there, Savonin. So a lot of different players with goals, which is important.
Yeah, I think they mixed it up. You mentioned about them rolling the three lines. Obviously, they've been doing that all year. I don't really think we've seen them not do the three lines. Maybe once in a while the third line gets skipped once in a while, but very rarely. But again, I agree with you. Everybody getting a piece of the action. Defensemen joining in the rush a little bit, showing some aggressiveness, carrying the puck, doing those kinds of things. And it's a game that can they help to gain confidence.
Yeah, and I've been impressed with the Joslin kid, and I'm guessing he got a little more ice time there. Of course, like you mentioned, I didn't see 19 out there much, and I watched him skate off. He seemed fine, so maybe I'm guessing maybe a little disciplinary. I'm guessing on that.
Yeah, it could be anything. We have no idea, and as long as
Ben's a good kid, so I can't see him in getting any trouble.
As long as he's in uniform, you would expect that we're going to see him in the second and or third period.
And I've seen guys showing up, and I used to do it. You show up late for practice, or maybe he had a good excuse. But even though I used to sit a guy at first period or first 5 minutes and say, "Listen, there's rules, and if you don't adhere to them," but I'm not saying that's what it is.
Yeah.
Ben Goark's a good kid, so whether he did get a disciplinary doesn't matter. He's much needed on this squad.
So we know that the Timberwolves are very, very young. Tell me what you thought of with their youth. You tell me what you thought of them.
I liked the Matthias kid. I think he's going to be pretty good. His dad's a Duluth guy. We'll see if he sticks around the Ely area or not. And he's only an 8th grader and skates well, and he's pretty big for an 8th grader. And at first I thought you were going to ask me about the Minnesota Timberwolves basketball team when you said the Timberwolves are pretty young. Well, but I would take this Ely Timberwolves hockey team over the Minnesota Timberwolves basketball team 7 days a week. The kids work hard. They really do.
The kids work hard.
They work their butts off, and that's all you can ask from them. They're young, and they will get better.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take another break. We'll come back with the scoring from the first period as the Broncos lead it by a score of 4-0 after 17 minutes. You're listening on K104 and RJBroadcasting.com, and you're watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Rainy Lake Medical Center COVID testing site has moved. you still need to call for a COVID testing appointment Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call 218-598-5158, and their scheduler will give you instructions on how to proceed with your appointment. Testing site location is now at the former Top 10 Video Building, 1229 3rd Street, Suite 101. Remember, you need to call for a COVID test at 218-598-5158. Rainy Lake Medical Center. Care, compassion, community.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. A 2020 key findings report found that many community members overestimate the number of teens who use substances, disapprove of underage substance abuse, show strong support for underage drinking laws, and believe in the power of prevention. While most students are making good decisions, the negative impacts for those that do use substances can be devastating. As a community, we must take action to prevent underage substance abuse. We can increase the number of teens who make healthy decisions by correcting youth, parent, and community misperceptions about the prevalence of underage substance use. Together, we can make positive impacts in the lives of our youth by talking with each other about our personal and collective belief in prevention, stance against underage substance use, and our support for programs, policy, and community groups that work with kids healthy and safe. CAPE. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by the MNDHS Behavioral Division.
I hope you're enjoying today's broadcast of Bronco Sports. Lakes Gas is proud to be sponsoring local sports for the International Falls Bronco student athletes. If you are in need of propane tanks for the shack or fish house, make sure to stop in at Lakes Gas of International Falls. You can rely on prompt, dependable, and local service from the experienced employees at Lakes Gas. For all your propane needs, Lakes Gas of International Falls. Give us a call at 283-3035.
Back at Bronco Arena, first intermission, Broncos leading by a score of 4-0, and I think Mike is ready with the first period scoring and penalties and such, so
Yeah.
I'll turn it over to him.
Well, as far as penalties, the Broncos had two. One they're actually still killing off now as Worley went off and Tucker Hill. Interference and tripping penalties, and then Ely had the one penalty. The Broncos scored about 10, 11 seconds into the power play, and that was their first goal of the game, and that was scored by Brady Wickling with Cody Joslin pick up in the lone assist. A couple minutes later, Owen Sether got on the board with an assist from Tristan Thompson and Matt Worley, and then again, just the onslaught kept going. And actually, I think Parker Savona's goal was a power play, to be honest with you. I think...
yes, I've got the Savonin as a power play. I didn't have Wickling's as a power
his
play.
was not a power play. I apologize for that. With the Cooper Levine and Miles Mason picking up assists on that power play goal, and then Tristan Thompson with his second point of the night and his first goal. I still have Talmadge. You have Joslin with that assist, but
yeah, I think
it doesn't
it was
matter
18.
either way. I believe maybe we'll see it here, but I thought there's...
Yeah, and that's why I think it was 8. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about
support
that.
of the kids, you know.
It is.
Some only get a few points every year, and they don't want to be missed.
A couple of other score updates from around the area. After a period, Evelyn Gilbert, Mesabi East 2-0 over Virginia MIB. Grand Rapids leads Hermantown 3-1 after one, and the Bronco boys basketball team down in Evelyn.
Whoa.
They are tied at 17 with 8 minutes to go in the first half. So there's your updates.
Interesting. And then you mentioned the Virginia Evelyn score. And anything on Greenway Chisholm?
I didn't see anything, but I'll take a look during this commercial
We'll go
break.
a little break and
we'll see what we can find out.
Yeah.
The Broncos lead it 4-0. You're listening to Bronco Boys Hockey on K104 and rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching on yourliveevent.com.
At Packaging Corporation of America, your friends and neighbors have been making high-quality Boise brand paper for 110 years. Our commitment to the community runs deep, and we're honored to invest time and resources to make life better throughout Borderland. Year after year, we join many important causes in our area, from youth to senior initiatives and everything in between. PCA is proud to support our community and proud to make Boise paper with purpose.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. A 2020 International Falls Community Survey Key Findings Report shows our community believes in the importance of prevention. The results of this report are based on the Positive Community Norms Community Survey that was conducted by phone in February to March of 2020. These survey results are based on 101 randomly selected adults aged 21 and over within ISD 361. 78% agree that they have a responsibility for the health and well-being of youth in the community. 69% believe it's possible to reduce alcohol and other problem drugs through prevention efforts. 92% agree it's important to have groups in the community working to prevent problems associated with underage substance use. For more information about CAPE, please log on to their Facebook. CAPE, Together We Are Strong. This ad has been funded by the MNDHS Behavioral Division.
The Rainy Lake Medical Center COVID testing site has moved. You still need to call for a COVID testing appointment Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call 218-598-5158, and their scheduler will give you instructions on how to proceed with your appointment. Testing site location is now at the former Top 10 Video Building, 1229 3rd Street, Suite 101. Remember, you need to call for a COVID test at 218-598-5158. Rainy Lake Medical Center. Care, compassion, community.
Our winter wonderland is the perfect place to recharge, relax, and even social distance. Hi, this is Drake Dill at Border Bank. Our team wants to help you get out and enjoy all that winter has to offer. Visit with us to explore securing a loan for an ice house, snowmobile, ATV, or even a snowblower. Whatever you need to enjoy or even conquer this winter season. We're Border Bank, your key to enjoying the great outdoors. Member FDIC.
It's time to discover the new Buick lineup of craftsmanship and luxurious styling. Waschke Family GM Center has great deals on their expectation-shattering lineup, like the 2020 Buick Encore, the compact luxury SUV with a quiet, spacious cabin and comfortable seating up to 5. And the 2020 Buick Envision, the midsize SUV that's a joy to ride. Or go big with the 2020 Buick Enclave, tomorrow's SUV for today's family with seating up to 7. Waschke Family GM Center of International Falls. Visit waschkegm.com for more details.
And back at Bronco Arena for the second period. Broncos will and the Timberwolves will switch ends. The Broncos will go left to right in this second period. As we come back, the score 4-0 in favor of the Broncos. And we'll see if it's going to be more of the same in the second.
Yeah, another score update as well. Something kind of surprising. Roseville 3, Moorhead 0 after 1. So Roseville 3, Moorhead 0. So another big section 8 AA. I got to love Roseville.
And of course, East Grand Forks and War Road playing in boys hockey tonight as well. So some good ones.
Believe it or not, Ringer, I don't follow or have a follower that lives in War Road. You believe that?
I believe that all kinds.
Can't believe I don't follow the Marvins.
31 seconds remaining in the power play for the Timberwolves as we get the second period underway. Zupancic sends it right in on the goaltender Nemec, and Jimmy bearing down on Nemec, and Mitch says, I'll just cover that up and we'll take a face off to my left. 8 seconds into this second period.
And again, the winner of our hearty sandwich tonight is
Casey Scholler.
Casey Scholler, stop by the studio anytime tomorrow or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. Pick up your certificate for a sandwich at Hardee's.
Face-off control by the Broncos, sent down the ice by Mason. Racing back to pick it up is Hegman. Hegman gets ridden into the boards gently by Mason.
That's very well done. See how he just kind of gently, that's very good job.
Pinned him up against the wall, didn't get a charging or anything else. Savonin takes a shot there. Cavalier knocks that down with the blocker. Cleared away by Sandy. Sandy, Broncos at full strength. Helst walks out of the penalty box, picks the puck up, skates in, looked to center. He was tied up by Jimmy Zupancic, and he sends it out to neutral. Puck comes back in the Broncos zone. Levine cuts in front of Marolt, then Marolt takes it away from him. And then Joslin knocks it away and comes out to center with it off to Savonin. Savonin into the zone. Tips that shoulder a little bit, then goes the far side, wraparound, knocked away, and the Timberwolves will clear. Here's Macho. Macho. Knocked away, now Levine. Turns back the other way. Walks in, gets past Homer, then lays on the brakes. Tries to go back towards the point. There's Golwak.
Yeah,
there's a shot, saved by Cavalier, scoops up the rebound, covers it with the trapper. We get a whistle, a minute 17 into the second period. Broncos still leading it 4-0 on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard.
Sorry about that. The good part, Glowy's been playing really well because he's been playing aggressive, hard, mean. Hey, a shout out to Jeannie Korn, Jeannie Blaze Korn. She's giving us a listen tonight, a fellow 79 graduate and a Hall of Fame
inductee whenever we finally get to do that.
Thanks, Jeannie.
Wickling to Cooper Levine, point blank range, and a nice save by the Timberwolves goaltender Cavalier. And who are you waving to,
Charlie? I'm
Charlie
going to
Dalton?
wake him up. Look, he's sleeping down there. Again, Charlie Dalton, I don't know, one of the best goaltenders in the state, if not the best.
There he is.
Yeah.
And he can sharpen skates too.
Like nobody.
Face off into the corner. Big check there by Wickling. Timberwolves look to clear. Kaden Zupancic out to center. Macho knocked off of his stick, and it can be offside here on the Timberwolves. So face off on the near wall, just outside the Bronco zone.
Macho's a nice player. Where's number 20? He's pretty active, involved, and skates really well.
Coach gave it to me as the third line, but I think he's more the second line. I think it's just a little bit of a rotation there.
Yep.
Face off, comes into the Bronco zone. Glowacz goes back to Joslin. Joslin whipped on it, but still got enough of it to get it out to center, and then picks it back up. And an offside call here on the Broncos. I think Koshik maybe in a tad early.
A little bit ahead, I guess. Close play, but I like that. Big lugging defenseman carrying that puck into the zone. You got to have that on your team. And tell you what, Joslin's been doing it more and more every game. And hard-nosed kid. I don't really know him that well. I think I'd like to hang with him, though. He looks like kind of a cool kid.
He is your style, Michael. Broncos win the face-off, throw it in behind the Ely net. Race for the puck, cleared away there by Homer, into the corner. Thompson throws it in behind the net to Skifstead. Skifstead centers it right out front. Koshik couldn't get a piece of it. Puck still laying there, and finally cleared to the wall. Timberwolves pick it up there. This is Huntbatch. Comes behind the net, knocked off of his stick, picked up by Hegman. Now reverses course. Comes out the near side, tries to clear, and just skips over Thompson's stick. Thrown back in by the Falls. Comes into the near corner. Hegman gets there just ahead of Koshik. Skifstead kicks it along, loses an edge, comes to the point. Zahn, wrist shot, knocked away by Pierce. Picked up by Skifstead. Hegman knocked that away. Big collision there between Hegman and Koshik, and the Timberwolves knock it out of the zone, back into the Bronco zone. Won't be enough for icing as Talmadge skates back to pick it up. Talmadge, off the wall. Savona picks it up at the blue line. Leaves it for Dremel, walks in, shoots, save by Cavalier. Keeps this a 4-0 hockey game.
Nice play by Savona. Of course, nice pass by Nemec. He could have picked up an assist if Dremel would have scored on that. And that would have been kind of fun, and good play by Savona and feeding Dremel. And boy, Dremel's been playing really good too. And I like to see all these younger kids playing well.
Face off to the left of Cavalier. 14:02 remaining in the second period. Face off won by the Broncos. Glowacz kicks it back into the corner. Picked up there now Maralt. Into the middle of the ice to Zupancic, who sends it back to Maralt. Picked off there by Glowacz. Backhands it into the zone. Homer will race back to pick it up for the Ely Timberwolves.
Okay.
Over skates it. Dremel skates out from behind the net. Shoots. Saved by Cavalier. Knocked away. Savonin picks it up. To the point to Glowacz. That came out of the zone, so the Broncos will have to touch up. That'll allow Maralt to skate it out of the zone. Cross-ice pass. Intercepted by Savonin. He picks up the loose puck on his backhand. Turns. Shot deflected over the top of the crossbar. Comes to the near wall. Try to go back to Glowacz. Was Dremel picked out by Zupancic. Gets it out to neutral. Puck right here in front of us. Dremel comes away with it. Skates in. Throws it past Homer. He'll race in behind the net to pick it up. Looking. Finds Hell. Shot. Knocked away. Just wide of the mark. Wickling into the corner. Lays on the brakes. Centering right down the slot. Right off the bench came Levine. He was tied up in a save by Cavaliers. Sent down by the Timberwolves. An icing call. And good pressure here by the Broncos over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, right off the bench. Cooper Levine came flying in, and I could hear him yell, and Wickling picked him up with a great pass. Although after he shot it, he kind of got a stick towards the, I guess, intersection, and he went off real quick. Hopefully he's all right. You like this song?
Love this song. Little Metallica. Nothing wrong with that. Hope we don't get in trouble, like, because we said Metallica.
Ooh,
they don't like us playing music on our sports things.
I think we're fine during game, though.
Yeah. Hopefully. Koshik in behind the net. Centering pass right onto the stick of Thompson, and Boy, he wanted that one.
He's got like eight quality chances. Good for him. That's how you get better, Ringer. The puck's on your stick a lot more. You get better when it's on your stick. I'll tell you that right now.
Face off to the right of Cavalier. Koshik versus Sandberg. First time I've said his name, and a shot from the point scooped up by the goaltender Cavalier. We'll get another face off to the right. Is this the fourth line out? It is the fourth line out for the Timberwolves of Sandberg, Rohr, and Eaton.
Yeah, they haven't played much, but Ely coach trying to get as much game action for as many players as possible.
Face off controlled by Koshik. Out to Joslin. Rister. Save. Popped up in the air. Rebound. Thompson missed it. Couldn't get that bouncing puck. Centering pass by Koshik. Picked off by Rohr. Rohr into the Bronco zone. Pushed into the corner by Eaton. Eaton gets there first. Centering pass. Knocked away by Joslin. Zahn in behind his own net. Pressure there by Macho. Comes to the near side for Sether. Sether, cross ice. Looking for Thompson, who dumps it into the zone. Puck along the far corner. Thompson to the point to Joslin. Shot kicked away by Cavalier. Comes to the near wall. Zahn pinches in. Shot tipped in front. Koshik knocked out for his ever goal. Good job there. Thompson. He didn't miss that one, Michael.
No, from Koshik for sure, and I believe Caden Zahn will pick up the secondary assist. So there you go, Thompson with the second goal tonight. Third point. So Tristan Thompson on fire here for the Broncos.
5:31 the time of the goal, and Broncos lead it by a score of 5-0 on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard. I can tell you that the Bronco girls basketball team at halftime leads Ely 35-21.
Is that to be expected?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Bronco boys up at halftime 30-26 at Evelyn.
Nice.
5-0 here. The Broncos lead it off the face-off. And I forgot to look. You got it right, Mike. 12 from 14 and 11. Puck right in front of the Ely net. Cleared away by Sandy. Then picked off by Savonin. His shot deflects wide. Mason leaves it behind the net for Dremel. Savonin wide open. Shot. That hit a stick and goes up into the netting behind the net. And we'll get a face-off to the right of goaltender Cavalier, and another good opportunity for the Broncos.
Yeah, good cycling, good puck movement there by the Mason, Dremel, Savonin line, and they quick shift for them, and here comes, looks like Cooper Levine's just fine, and back out there with Hal and Wickling.
Checking the net, make sure everything's secure on the pegs.
Well, they were worried Thompson's shot put a hole in it, right?
It was a good one from short range. Levine will take the face-off against Chase Anderson. One back by Levine. Talmadge, wrist shot, hits some traffic. Picked up by Ely. Taken away by Wickling. Hell, wide open, shoots, scores. So it'll be 8 from 9 and I think 18.
It could be 18, but
we'll see here. I missed that one. 6-0. The Broncos lead now here at the 6:12 mark.
Broncos just going out, scoring, yeah, and I like that. Just go to the face-off dot. We don't need to go by the bench and give the high fives. I think that's very, very good. I wish more teams would do that.
We're waiting for the official numbers here from Mr. Glowak. 8 from 9 and 7 is the official. And so the Broncos lead 6-0. Timberwolves win the face-off. Sandy gets to the red line and throws it in. Dump and chase for the Wolves. Played along the near half wall. Team still battling for it there. Now picked up by Wickling. Out of the zone. Skates into the zone with Levine. Wickling walks in, shoots, scores. No mistake by the senior captain as he puts that into the back of the net, and the Broncos lead 7-0.
Wow, I mean, that's a sniper there. That's a goal scorer's goal, and he knows what to do with it. The guy, I tell him, he's got tons of talent, Ringer, and he can't teach what he has skill-wise.
Yeah, there was no doubt on that one. He picked his spot. I think when he came across the blue line, he knew what he was going to do with it and made no mistake.
I'm not sure. I think a defenseman got an assist there.
9 from 7 and 19 is the official. So Levine and Glowak get assists as we're back to play here. Broncos have it in their own zone. This is Worley. Looking for Koshik. Can't connect. Homer. Picked out by Skifstead. He'll walk in. Oh, just overskated it. He was getting ready to pull the trigger and no puck there. No bullet in the gun there. Koshik finds Sether. Goal! Holy smokers. Sether, the one-timer. Broncos 8-0.
20 from 14 for sure, right?
20 from 14 for sure.
Sether's, boy, it's second goal of the night. I know he's got at least 3 on the year, and the kid has a knack for goal scoring. I've watched him play some JV games, and I tell you, it might bother him a little bit playing JV as a senior, but tell you what, he's getting ice time. He plays well. He plays hard. He gives it all every game, and good for Owen Sether picking up his second goal tonight.
Only 1 assist on that. It'll go to Koshik. Yeah, that's a one-timer. That's just perfect hockey. Here come the Timberwolves. Moreau into the zone. Gets a shot on goal. Rebound save by Nemec, I believe, with the kick of the right toe. Out to the point. Kept in by the Timberwolves. Best opportunity for Ely. Along the end wall. Picked up there. Worley throws it up to Sether. Sether to Koshik. Backhands it out of the zone. Sandy avoids a poke check. Gets it in. Then skated right back out by Worley. Worley has Koshik with him. Worley tried to make a move. Knocked away by Homer. Picked up by Koshik along the wall. Tried to skate in between a couple players. Tied up by Homer. Good job by the defenseman. Not giving him a clean look to walk off the wall. Jocelyn shot. That blockered away off the stick of the goaltender Cavalier. Broncos scored 3 goals in 45 seconds. Comes into the corner. Skifstead leaves it in behind the net. Race into the corner. Savonin the first one there. Pushes it behind the net. Battle for it there. Picked up by Savonin. His centering attempt knocked down. Savonin stays after it. A couple of Timberwolves players trying to take it away. They can't. Looks for Skifstead. That's knocked away by Homer. Out to the point to Glowak. Wrist shot. Way wide of the mark. Comes off the end wall. Zahn on his offhand. Backhands it into the zone. And now the Timberwolves will send it down and take an icing call as we go past the halfway mark of this hockey game. The Broncos leading it 8-0 on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard. Start your voyage at Rainy River Community College. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. RRCC 285-7722.
Previous save of the period brought to you by Luke Nemec of Family Chiropractic Center of International Falls. Nemec, what a save by Mitch. Holy man. That
big one there.
Biggest save of the year as far as the quality.
Face off, won back by the Timberwolves. Picked up by the Broncos though. Dremel wheels around in the corner. Now in behind the net. He gets tripped up, and the Broncos will go on the power play. Their second of the hockey game as this penalty comes at the 8:44 mark.
Yep, 17 will go off for a trip. And we're just working hard. Honest player, number 17. He works hard out there. We're going to do all these Ely kids. And tell you what, hold your heads up high, kids. I know you can't hear me from here, but yeah, it's tough being down by the score, but you still got to work hard.
Face off to the left of the goaltender Cavalier. Face off win. Levine shot. That gets to the goaltender, covers up the rebound. I'm not sure how he saw that or if he ever saw it, but he stopped it.
No idea.
There was lots of traffic in front of him. I couldn't see his face, and I was pretty much right on line with him. So another one. Back to Levine. Shot. That goes out the glove and then the crossbar. You may have heard it. Now along the far wall. Picked up by Levine. Walks into the circle. Shoots. Misses the near post. Kept in by Hell as it bounced off the end wall. To Mason behind the net. Mason into the corner. Comes out to Wickling. Wickling shoots. Traffic. Rebound. Laying there. Cleared away by the Timberwolves. Kept in by Wickling. Throws it in behind the net. Mason. Pocket picked by Hegman. Hegman off the wall. Tries to clear. And they say it hit some netting. And we'll get came out of play, excuse me. And we'll get face off to the left of Cavalier. 7:36 remaining in the second period. Broncos lead at 8-0 on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard.
Yes, timeout brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Napa Auto Parts, your local own Napa Auto dealer here in the Falls, where you can always find quality parts, batteries, and helpful staff. Napa Auto Parts open 7 days a week in International Falls. How's that?
Shots on goal in favor of the Broncos, 42-6. And cleared down the ice by the Timberwolves off the face-off win. Talmadge skates out the far side. It's through neutral to Koshik. Knocked off a his stick by Sandy, and he'll send it all the way down the ice. Talmadge will race back to pick it up. 55 remaining in the power play. Near side for Koshik. Knocked off a his stick and right back into the Broncos zone. Good job there by Leeson for the Timberwolves. And an icing call here on the Broncos, and that's a PP no-no.
Yeah, it is. And some too many long passes, Ringer. Of course, this power play is brought to you by Dr. Lorelei Walker, Fort Francis, Ontario. She's an optometrist over there and has up-to-date equipment, has a lot of good technology, and she'll bring you in and give you a good eye exam.
After 2 periods, Grand Rapids 3, Hermantown 2.
Okay, good.
Face off to the right of Nemec. Face off controlled by Savonin. Hell picks it up. Far side, Mason. Just missed Savonin. Picking it up along the near wall is Levine. Lays on the brakes. Shot from there. And
Stop,
count the number of guys on the ice for the... Yeah, never mind. My bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nope, we're all right.
Yeah.
Power play here still for the Broncos. And it's to the face-off is to the left of the goaltender, Cavalier. 6:44 remaining. Out to the point, off the face-off wing to Hell. In the corner to Levine. Out to the point to Wickling. Skates into the circle, shoots. Misses the near post. Hell pitches in, keeps it in. Levine in behind the net. On the backhand. Now along the far half wall. Cycling through like Kirill the Thrill. To Hell. Shoots, save, rebound, goal. Did Mason get the final piece of that one? Or did Hell get it?
Sure. Hell definitely took the shot. Again, Miles Mason hovering around that net as he normally does on the power play. Good hands, and whether he got it or Hell, it doesn't matter. It's I believe it's a 9-0 game.
9-0 Broncos. And we'll make sure we get this right here as we wait for Mark Glowak to put it onto the whiteboard. 8 from 7 and 9 on the power play, so that first line getting into its second goal of the game for Tucker Hell. Off the face-off by Glowak into his own zone. Deflects up out of play, and we'll get a face-off over on the far side of the ice, right in front of the Timberwolves bench.
I believe Wickling and Levine with 4 points apiece tonight, and both of them, I think, top 2 or 3 scoring in the IRC right now.
Top 2.
Okay.
That is correct. Face-off win by the Timberwolves. They send it right in. Goes into the corner. Matthias and Talmadge grapple for the puck. Comes away with it is Thompson. Nice. Thompson, cross ice. Skisted. Comes in on the backhand. Goes back to Thompson. Deflected away. Nicely by Hegman.
Yeah, very good.
Played that very, very well. And Thompson was looking for the hat trick. It just never got to him.
Hegman's a very good player. Big, tall, lanky defenseman. Probably go about 6'1". Not real big, but he's big enough.
Yeah, young enough as a sophomore.
Yeah, lot to grow into there.
Face off, one back by Koshik. Skifstead. Out to Zahn. Zahn throws it towards the net. Thompson skates in. His centering pass deflected away by Hegman. Skifstead has it along the end wall. He's pinched off there by Maralt. Still battle along the end wall for it. Coming away with it is Hegman finally. As the puck comes out to neutral. Tipped along by Zupancic. Race for the puck. Zahn did a great job of coming up with that puck. Zupancic maybe had the steam on him there a little bit. Now here comes Skifstead. Into the zone. Shoots. Saved by Cavalier, and he hangs on to it. 5:15 remaining second period. 9-0 the Broncos lead it on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard.
Yeah, lots of, again, 9-0 Ringer in third period. Looks like it should go into straight time. But, Broncos playing their 3 lines, and they got an extra forward that they're sneaking in there. But, no, they're not, they got to keep playing their guys.
Got to keep playing their guys. Face-off win by Macho. Back to Walker. He's knocked out the puck by Dremel. Picked up by Mason. Loose puck, Dremel skates in, shoots. Oh. Come on, Maxie, you got to put that one in the anyway.
Mama Dremel just shaking her head.
Back into the Broncos zone. It's Joslin winding it up. Pressure there, turnover. Picked up by Macho. Low, centering pass, cleared away by the Broncos. Out to center. Picked off there by Sandy. Sandy tries to get it into the zone. Now they'll have to touch up as the puck came out and went right back in. And now out to neutral. Dremel throws it in. Centering pass, Dremel. Knocked away, couldn't get a piece of it. Looking to clear it is Macho. Dremel has it. That's going to be a hand pass. No, they decided to let.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. I know people might get tired of me saying this, but when I call it a hand pass, it's a hand pass, folks. It's not a maybe.
No.
Because I don't call those very often.
No, you don't, and you were exactly right. The ref watching him, he had a hard time bringing the whistle up to his mouth, and that's why it was kind of a delay on that. So.
Yeah, you got to remember, they got to get that mask down, get the lip. Yeah.
Well, big thank you again to Dwayne Etienne. He's bringing you all this video tonight. Rich Rudd over there on the camera and doing a good job. So thank you to Dwayne and Rich helping out with this broadcast.
Can't do it without him.
No, we can't. And we can do radio alone here without him, but can't be bringing this nice picture. And boy, we're happy with what we do.
Face-off controlled by Levine. Goes in behind his own net. Avoids a poke check there. Another poke check. And now into the Ely zone. On his backhand. In behind the net. Cycles around. Leaves it for Worley. They couldn't connect. And now a chance here for the Timberwolves. Skating in with Worley. Good back check.
Very good.
Save by Nemec as he knocks away that shot from the Timberwolves roar. That fourth line comes out again and makes something happen right away. Along the far side, this is Hell in behind his own net. Stops there, reverses course. Eyes up to Wickling. Wickling in behind. Got a couple of players there. They did a good job of knocking that away. Loose puck. Cooper Levine couldn't get all of that one. Comes to the near wall. Picked up there by Homer. Cleared out by the Timberwolves. Joslin picks it up in his own zone. Cross ice for Talmadge. Puck pops up in the air. Talmadge picks up the loose puck. Skates in. Makes a move. Crosses over. Gets tripped up as he goes through the crease.
I like it, though.
Yeah, good aggressiveness. Far wall, Levine. Waits. Shoots. Got tied up. Maybe waited too long. Then a late shot that's wide of the mark. Under 3 now remaining. In the second period, Broncos lead 9-0. Koshik tries to come out of the corner. Big hit there by the Timberwolves. Can't see his number yet. That's Sandy with the big hit. Broncos have it. Centering pass. Tipped away by Hegman. Loose puck comes to Koshik. He chases it down in the corner. Leaves it back in the corner for Thompson. Thompson in behind the net. Goes out to Talmadge. Shot. Saved by Cavalier. Thompson picks up the puck in the corner. Comes in behind the net. Centering pass. Savonen's there. Couldn't hang on to it. Talmadge backhands one towards the net. Picked up by Hegman. Sether comes up with the loose puck. Lays on the brakes now. Looking, shooting. Scores!
It's a hat trick.
Goes right through the 5-hole, and you're right. Hat trick to put the Broncos up 10-0.
Owen Sether, I believe the assist will go to Tristan Thompson. Will get one for sure.
14:51, the time of the goal.
So a good shift there again. Owen Sether, I believe that's his third of the night. Yes, it is. And good for him, the senior forward, right wing most of the time. I've seen him at center a little bit. Good penalty killer and a key member of this Bronco team. So good for him.
Here come the Broncos back into the zone. Unassisted is the official scoring.
I don't know if I agree with that. But
Under 2 now remaining. Broncos, Dremel to Savonen behind the net. Centering, looking for Mason. Tipped away by Ely. Skating out of the zone with it here are the Timberwolves. Into the zone with it. This is Huntbatch. Knocked off of his stick. Ely needs to tag up. Zahn looking for Mason. Left for Savonen. Skates into the zone. Heads towards the far wall. Has it in the corner. Knocked away. Dremel tries to go back to Glowat. Good job there by the Timberwolves to get it out to center. Coming in. Trying to center that pass there was Leeson. That was cleared away. Here come the Broncos. This will be an ice. It went right through the wickets on Savonen. Couldn't hit it with a skate or a stick.
No.
And it's an icing call.
Tough pass there by Benny. Right idea, but Just kind of got him tied up in his skates. Again, 1:08 here left in the second period. It is 10-0 for the Broncos.
3-0 hitting over Greenway after 2. Evelyn 2-1 over Virginia after 2. 2-1.
So some good games.
Thank you, Doug Diedrich, from Hitting, the radio guy down there, sending me those updates.
Gotta like Doug.
Face-off win by the Broncos as we go under a minute remaining in the second period.
Left old school announcers, isn't there?
10-0 the Broncos lead it here as the puck comes loose behind the Bronco net. Up along the dasher. Gets past Homer out to center. Throw it back in. Timberwolves tag up. Here come the Broncos. Tipped in by Wickling. Cavalier tries to come out, knocks the puck off with a nice poke check off the stick of Wickling. Whirly, one-timer.
Wow.
That goes wide of the mark to the far wall. Talmadge throws one towards the net. That deflects wide. 30 left in the period. Zupancic can't clear the zone. Hell throws it right back in behind the Ely net. Homer knocked off a his stick by Levine. Jimmy Zupancic overskates it. Turns around, picks it back up. Along the far wall, gets it out to neutral. 3-on-2 here for the Timberwolves as they come into the zone. Zupancic crosses over, shoots, deflected, save, I believe, by the goaltender Nemec. Out to center. 5 remaining, final rush. Kasha comes in, he's got to shoot. Gets it there, hits the side of the net. And that is the end of the second period. The score, International Falls 10, Ely Northeast Range 0. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more from Bronco Arena. You're listening to Bronco Boys Hockey on K104 and RJBroadcasting.com, and you're watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
With 2021 getting into full swing at Whirly Motors, it's time to clear out all remaining 2020 vehicles in stock with huge savings to you. Like this new 2020 Ford F-150 Crew Cab XLT Sport, priced at over $11,000 off, down to only $41,572. Or this 2020 Ford Escape SE all-wheel drive, priced smooth at only $24,813. Stop in for all the details at Whirly Motors, 309 5th Street in the Falls.
When it comes to repairing your vehicles and other car maintenance, we know you have a lot of options. Sometimes so many options it can be hard to decide where to go. The Dent Shop of International Falls offers the highest quality service, competitive pricing, and a knowledgeable staff. Right now, all auto glass repairs are only $60. If you have a chip in your glass or you have that irritating line through your windshield, bring it in to the Dent Shop. Located just off Highway 53 in International Falls, the Dent Shop. We are much more than just dents. Up North Builders is cheering on the 2021 Bronco hockey teams. Working with you from beginning to end and hiring only the most expert subcontractors, our number one priority is your total satisfaction. Up North Builders offers equipment rentals, rental properties, remodeling, excavating, concrete work, and more. From Lake Superior to North Dakota, Up North Builders is your general contractor. Call Up North Builders at 285-3635 or visit upnorthbuildersinc.com today.
Windows and doors can be the most important feature in your home. Stop in to Falls Lumber Company Design Center today and view and operate quality Marvin windows and doors. Falls Lumber Company's trained professionals will assist you in choosing the correct products for your home. Let a little light in today with Falls Lumber Company and Marvin Windows and Doors. Falls Lumber Company, 201 4th Street, International Falls.
A message from CAPE, Koochiching Area Prevention and Education. A 2020 key findings report found that many community members overestimate the number of teens who use substances, disapprove of underage substance abuse, show strong support for underage drinking laws, and believe in the power of prevention. While most students are making good decisions, the negative impacts for those that do use substances can be devastating. As a community, we must take action to prevent underage substance abuse. We can increase the number of teens who make healthy decisions by correcting youth, parent, and community misperceptions about the prevalence of underage substance use. Together, we can make positive impacts in the lives of our youth by talking with each other about our personal and collective belief in prevention, stance against underage substance use, and our support for programs, policy, and community groups that work with kids healthy and safe. CAPE. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by the MNDHS Behavioral Division.
Back at Bronco Arena here in between the second and third period. Broncos lead it by a score of 10-0. And if we thought the Broncos had good things going in the first period, it got that much better in the second period, Mike.
Yeah, lots of scoring, lots of chances. I mean, 48 shots through 2 periods. That's a lot of rubber at the goalie, and he's doing the best he can. And again, this Ely team is extremely young. I mean, almost too young, Ray.
Yeah, I agree.
I hate to say that, but almost too young.
Yeah, it's one of those things. As if you're watching on yourliveevent.com, you can see the second period highlights going on, and yeah, it was one of those periods where the Broncos had lots and lots and lots of pressure on Ely. This fourth line for Ely, I think they've only been out for 2 shifts. Rohr, Sandberg, I better make sure that I'm saying that kid's name right.
Yep.
Sandberg and Eaton. The 2 shifts they were out there, they had 2 pretty good shifts.
Created some opportunity. I'm guessing that's why the coach threw them out there again, and don't be surprised to get a couple shifts in this third period as well. But again, a lot of 4-point nights. We got a hat trick by Owen Sether. Good job by him, and well deserved in every one of those goals. He worked his butt off, and of course I think Tucker Hill has a couple, Wickling has a couple, Levine and Wickling both have 4 points. Tristan Thompson has a couple, Savonin has 1. So a lot of different people scoring tonight.
So you've been a coach,
for
a lot of years.
Someone question that.
You go in, you go into the locker room up 10-0.
Yeah.
Which side? What do you? Let's go with the leading side first.
Yeah.
What are the coaches saying to the kids?
Don't get into bad habits. Pass the puck, move the puck, play hard. Don't get any bad habits. I don't want to see anybody out there trying to hot dog it, try to fill up their point category. Because true hockey fans know points don't mean everything in a lot of these games. And what does mean a lot is how hard you work, how honest you play, and you play the right way.
Okay, so let's go to the other locker room. What are they saying in the Ely locker room?
Well, similar. The hard work, you're always going to hear me say that anyways, Ringer, is you got to play hard, and I would bring out that fourth line you mentioned. They're getting some extra ice time. They'll probably get a little more this period, and you got to call on number 8, 24, your captains, and your Sapancic, your senior, and they got to lead by example, and I think they got to go out there and prove that Ely's here to play.
Coach Johnson said to me, I asked him what he wanted to see his kids do. Compete for 3 periods.
Yeah.
Have they done that through 34 minutes? Have they competed?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're competing. They're working hard. It's just they just don't have the horses. You can put all the cliches and comments you want into it, but when you just don't have the players, it's really hard. I mean, let's be honest. There are a bunch of 8th graders out there, and even 9th graders, questionable to even play at that level. And they're out there, but they're working, and hopefully they get better because of it. Hopefully they don't digress because of it. You got to be careful with that.
We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll give you all kinds of scores updates from basketball and hockey from around the area of the state. Mike will give us an update from out west on Moorhead and Roseville.
Trying to find that score.
And more. The Broncos lead by a score of 10-0 after 2 periods. You're listening on K104 and RJBroadcasting.com. And you're watching on yourliveevent.com and KCC TV.
The Rainy Lake Medical Center COVID testing site has moved. You still need to call for a COVID testing appointment Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call 218-598-5158, and their scheduler will give you instructions on how to proceed with your appointment. Testing site location is now at the former Top 10 Video Building, 1229 3rd Street, Suite 101. Remember, you need to call for a COVID test at 218-598-5158. Rainy Lake Medical Center. Care, compassion, community.
At Packaging Corporation of America, we make Boise brown paper with purpose. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in Borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events, to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, PCA does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Once upon a time in a convenience store, a woman asked, which zero-calorie drink will I like more? The cashier said, I have a thought. Coke Zero Sugar always hits the spot. The taste made her heart fill with laughter, and with her Coke Zero Sugar, she lived happily ever after. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, unbelievably delicious.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. We have established robust COVID-19 safety rules for our workers, and when they're not at work on our project, they're advised to follow local health guidelines because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
Back at the Bronco Arena as we get set. Well, I shouldn't say set yet, but Zamboni just completing its rounds here as we get ready for the third period. The score 10-0 here. You're going to run down the scoring for me,
Yeah,
Mike?
I can do that real quick. All in the second period, starting with Tristan Thompson with the assist from Colin Kostrick and Caden Zahn, and that opened up the scoring for the Broncos, making it 5-0. Then Tucker Hell from Savonin and Wickling made it 6-0. A little bit later, Wickling put one up there with, well, you tell me where they're at.
Where Grandma keeps the,
cookie jars. Is that it?
The cookie jars.
Anyway, from Cooper Levine and Benny Glowak picks up an assist. And then Owen Sether with the second of the night from Colin Kostrick, who's had another fine evening. And then Tucker Hell with his second of the night with an assist from Cooper Levine, who I believe picked up his third assist of the night. And Wickland picking up a secondary assist. And then Owen Sether, last goal of that period, finishing off the hat trick for the senior winger. And we got a 10-0 game.
10-0 hockey game, 48-8. The shots on goal, 38 saves for the goaltender Cavalier, 8 for the goaltender Nemec.
Yeah, they had 5 shots on goal that period.
They did.
I didn't see them all, obviously, but anyways, good period for the Broncos. They worked hard and be interested with the straight time now. We'll see how this goes, and probably have a pretty quick third period.
3-3 Grand Rapids and Hermantown. Last report with 15 minutes remaining. I would guess it's further along. I've been getting pretty active updates. Again, Evelyn Gilbert leading Virginia MIV 2-1 after 2 periods. Bronco girls, last report from the Falls High Gymnasium, up 35-21 at halftime over Ely. And the Bronco boys are trailing 51-43 with 6 minutes. Wait, wow, I better check my phone.
And anything from Roseau, don't see anything there, and I don't get anything on mine. And whoever put it out there later, he's not updating that. So.
6 minutes left in Evelyn. Last check, the Broncos were down 8 after leading by 4 at halftime. So that gets you up to date the best we can. Hopefully that appeases your need for scores, your ticker. We should get a ticker on the bottom, Dwayne.
A ticker of other scores?
Other scores.
Oh, boy. Don't get them going.
Yeah, that'd be a full-time
He'll be working on it tomorrow.
That'll be a full-time job keeping that up to date. So the horn goes up, and we'll see how quickly the teams come out here. Why don't we take one final break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
And we'll come back with the third period. You're listening to Bronco Boys Hockey.
Voyagers is a water-based park. You cannot drive a car to see Voyagers. You have to use some form of water transportation, and Rainy Lake Houseboat is one of the finest ways to see it.
That's right, Bill. Voyagers National Park, along with Rainy Lake, are right here in the borderland. You can plan your next Minnesota vacation destination this summer at Rainy Lake Houseboats. Enjoy the beauty and wildlife in a relaxing setting. Call the Dohertys at 218-286-5391 to help set up your next family getaway.
Manco Trucking of International Falls is proud to be sponsoring our Little Fork Big Falls and International Falls student athletes. Manco Trucking is the perfect solution to all your hauling needs. Whether you have a big load or a small load, Manco Trucking will get it done. For all your truck and trailer repairs, plus backhoe and dirt work, contact Manco Trucking at 283-3898. Located on the truck route Highway 332 in International Falls.
The Rainy Lake Medical Center COVID testing site has moved. You still need to call for a COVID testing appointment Monday through Friday between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Call 5158, and their scheduler will give you instructions on how to proceed with your appointment. Testing site location is now at the former Top 10 Video Building, 1229 3rd Street, Suite 101. Remember, you need to call for a COVID test at 218-598-5158. Rainy Lake Medical Center. Care, compassion, community.
And back at Bronco Arena, the two teams on the ice as we get set for the third period. Nemec standing in goal for the Broncos. I was wondering if they might make a change, but they decide not to, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine if they had made a change.
Well, sometimes it's better to do that. If you were going to make the move, I would have made it the halfway point of the second period.
Okay.
Not so much after the period's over. I mean, Max is pretty cold now, and it's just like, let's put it this way. As a coach, you got to be careful playing with the psyche. Okay, it's 10-0, Max, go in. You know,
Absolutely.
That's not good on his psyche either. So I like what Baldwin did with that.
Grand Rapids just goes up 5-3 with 6 minutes to go over Hermantown as we are underway in the third period.
Hurt my feelings at all.
Broncos going right to left. Puck into the Timberwolves zone, cleared, and it is come out to center. Savonin has it along the far wall. Matthias gives him a good body check, knocks him off the puck, and now coming in with it is Dremel. Skates to the dot, shoots, save, rebound. Comes all the way out to the point, shot by Talmadge. Glove there by Cavalier. He made that look very nonchalant.
Very Cavalier.
I was going to say it, but I let it go.
Hey, Ray, let's salute all our in-game sponsors, our feature sponsor, Sports Shop, The Service Master, Nagurski Transportation, Luke Nemec Chiropractic, Kyanter Electric, Rainy River Community College, Napa Auto Supplies, and North Star Electric, of course, Dr. Orwell Locker.
Cooper Levine wins the faceoff, walks in, fanned down the shot. Puck cleared away, comes out towards the point, and now Zupancic gets it out to center, rushes along the far wall, tries to get past Worley. Worley, centering pass, tipped away a little bit. Loose puck picked up by Hell before Moralt could get there. Zupancic, good back check, knocks the puck away from Hell. Pinned up along the wall, now chipped back into the Broncos zone. Running time here now in the third period, 15:40 remaining. Levine goes backwards to try to go forwards, gets it out to neutral. Wickling looking for Talmadge, comes back to Levine. Levine skates through neutral, gets through some black jerseys, gets spun around, no hand raised. Maybe tried to sell that one a little bit more than that was really there. Comes out to center. Knocked around, finally picked up by Kasha. Gets behind the defense. The defense is going to rattle him around, and they'll get a penalty here coming up on West Sandy, and the Broncos will get their third power play of the hockey game here, leading 10-0 in the third period.
Probably a hook there, and I believe, who is it, number
15, West Sandy.
15 goes off.
They call a hold.
Again, third power play for the Broncos, and they have scored on their previous two in a little different setting out there with Worley, Koscheck, and
Skistad?
Skistad's over there. So.
Shot from the point by Dremel, a high riser that goes way over the crossbar.
Jeez, Max.
Into the corner. Skistad into the corner to Koscheck. Out to Dremel. Wrist shot this time. That's deflected away by Skistad into the corner. Talmadge knocks it back in. Into the corner. Koscheck. Back to Worley. Worley. Pinned up against the wall by Hegman. Koscheck gets the putt back to Talmadge on the near circle. Shoots. That hit something, I'm not sure what, and goes just about 90 degrees to the opposite wall. Comes back to Talmadge on the near wall from Koscheck. Shot. That hits a whole bunch of traffic. Talmadge to Dremel. Shoots. That hits traffic. Talmadge going to get another opportunity. Shot. Cavalier the save. Rebound. Cleared away. Whoops. By Macho. Macho. Out to center. Into the zone. Tried to step through. Dremel knocks that away. Minute remaining in the power play as the Broncos dump it in. Cleared back away by Merriman. Now taken away by Dremel. Koscheck picks up along the wall. Pushes it into the corner. Ely tries to clear. Kept in by Mason. His shot hits some traffic and goes to the far wall. Out to the point. Hell. To Wickling. Skipped over his stick. Wickling pushes it behind the neck to Mason. Levine had it. Taken away by Macho. Macho being pressured by Levine. Mason comes and takes the puck away momentarily. Levine gets it back, centering, looking for Mason. Tipped away. Hell. Quick shot there. It's deflected. It hits the netting. And we'll get a face-off to the left of goaltender Cavalier. 12:50 and counting remaining in the period. And that will also bring an end to the power play here as the teams are changing out.
Yeah, they just, a lot of times the ref will kind of delay it a little bit, let them out. Well, maybe not.
So we're going to face off to the left of Cavalier.
There he goes.
Glowacz shot deflected in front, wide of the mark. Skifstead picks it up. Goes back to Koshik. 5-on-5 hockey now. Centering pass. Looking for number 4, Sether. Couldn't get past the goaltender, Cavalier. Centering pass. Koshik reaches for it. Shoots. That hits a Timberwolves player, and it's sent all the way down. And Ely will gladly take an icing call here. With just over 12 minutes remaining in the third period.
Yeah, you said Sether going for number 4. Why not? Why not? I mean, he's right there, and the puck landed on his stick. And Koshik, I believe, has a couple points tonight, but another solid effort. I thought maybe last game, not really totally on his game, trying to adapting back to that center position. So he's kind of played all over and has been very effective.
Yes, he has. Face off to the right of Cavalier. Broncos have Thompson, Savonin, and Skifstead on the front line. Joslin and Glowacz are your defensemen. Thompson off the face-off. In behind the net to the far corner. Goes to the point to Glowacz. Wrist shot there, knocked away. Thompson, wrist shot, goal. That is going to go to Skifstead. 6 from 12 and 19, I believe, will be the scoring, and the Broncos lead at 11-0.
If it went off Skifstead, the way he reacted, though, Ringer, I mean...
Let's see if we can see it on the...
Mr. Nonchalant.
Wow, boy, I don't know. I need a bigger TV. We'll see. I think it's going to be that way.
Skifstead again. Thompson will pick up one of the assists, and I believe maybe Savona the other. So we shall see, Ringer. 11th goal for the Broncos.
6 from 12 and 19.
Very good, hey, Skiffy. And Ben Glowacz picks up his second assist of the night.
Face-off back at center. Glowacz off the Savonin face-off win. Throws it into the Ely zone. Along the near half wall, kept in by Joslin. He throws one towards the net. That's deflected by Mason. Picked up there by the Timberwolves. That is Schlosser. Shot from the point by the Broncos. Knocked away by the goaltender. Dremel picks it up there. Savonin skates into the corner. Tried to go to Joslin. Knocked away. Picked it back up. Now it does come to Joslin. Picked off by the Timberwolves, who tried to clear. Kept in by Joslin. Savonin walks off the wall. Slot. Shot. Save. Cleared away by the Timberwolves. Picked up there by Eaton. He comes into the corner. Turn back the other way. Now this is Sandy. Sandy. Works it out to center. Then brought right back in by Dremel. Schlosser throws it towards the blue line. Then it's knocked back towards the goaltender. Schlosser will pick it up. Under 10 now remaining in the hockey game. Broncos up 11-0 on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard as Glowacz sends it right back in. Sandy behind his own net. Near wall. Knocked away by the Broncos. Goes into the corner. Wickling. Knocks it off the wall. He gets tripped up. No hand goes up. Hell to Levine. Levine. Back towards the blue line. Picked off there by Eaton. Hell takes it away from him. Skates into the corner. Hegman pins him up against the wall. Clearing attempt kept in by Zahn. Shot. Scooped up by the goaltender. Cavalier hangs on to it. Under 9 now remaining in the hockey game. Broncos up 11-0 on your Rainy River Community College scoreboard. Start your voyage at Rainy River Community College. Get an associate's degree or transfer to a 4-year school. Your future awaits you right here in your own backyard. Rainy River Community College, 285-7722. Face off to the left of Cavalier. Controlled by the Timberwolves. Marot skates it out to neutral. It's into the zone, just onside. Nemec blockers that one away to the far wall. Battle there, coming away with it. Sether had it momentarily. Knocked off of his stick, now Koshik. To Thompson. Into the zone. Centering pass, deflects away by the Ely Timberwolves. To the far wall. This is Koshik. Gets out of the corner, centering pass. Picked off by the Timberwolves. Koshik gets it back. Shoots, that goes in behind the net. Sether. Plays it back into the corner. Matthias tried to get it past Koshik. No going. Now it's pinned up against the wall. This is Koshik. Waiting. Matthias says, nope, I'm not going to let you wait. Knocks it away. Gets it out to neutral. Koshik throws it right back in under the goaltender Cavalier. He's going to cover it up. His team needs a change.
Yeah, that's more than likely the reason he did cover that up. He's a good goalie. You know, it's hard to, you know, you say his name all game long, and over 50-something saves, I would guess right now. And he's a good goalie, a big goalie, and handles the angles pretty well, and has played pretty well tonight.
Bronco girls up 19 in basketball with 2 minutes left in the game. Bronco boys down 7 with 52 seconds left. Joslin, slap shot from the point. That hits Sandy in the skate, I hope. That one hopefully didn't hit him in some meat. Picked up by Savonin. To Dremel. Tries to go back to Savonin. Joslin, slap shot, glove saved by the goaltender Cavalier.
A good save it was at that. A glove hand, upper corner by Joslin, and the big goalie Cavalier with a beautiful save. And again, Broncos do a lot of changing here, I think on purpose, just to keep that clock going, and no need to score a bunch more, you know.
Absolutely not. Levine to take the face-off against Macho. Right onto the goaltender, rebound cleared away nicely there by Schlosser. Ely gets it out to center. Goes back into the Broncos zone. Worley's the first one there. Lays on the brakes as he's being hounded by Keaty and Zupancic out to center. Levine couldn't control. Sandy fires one right onto Nemec. Gloves it, throws it into the corner. Worley along the wall to Levine. Cooper couldn't keep it going in that direction. Sandy sends it all the way around. Comes out to center. Hell, almost got decapitated. Loose puck thrown back through neutral. Looking for Macho. That was out of his reach. No icing. Macho and Worley spinning around behind the goal, trying to possess the puck. Comes loose. This is Tucker Hell. Out to center. Thrown right back in by Homer. Nemec skates that away, and we got a penalty coming up on Worley for a trip. He knows the way.
Whirls again?
Worley's looking like, what did I do? It was your stick in the skates, not Worley. And that's why you're going to the they call interference. I just said trip.
I might just get a stamp for Whirls. Stamp him into the old penalty box. He plays aggressive though. He doesn't matter what period or what have you. He's out there working hard.
Third power play for the Timberwolves. Face-off win for the Broncos. They send it all the way down. Under 5 left in the hockey game. Into the corner. Broncos have it. This is Mason. He's knocked off the puck. Gets it back. Now ridden off the puck again. Comes to the point to Zahn. Shot from there. Hit Mason. He shoots. That goes wide of the mark. Savonin putting on the pressure. Broncos are short-handed here, but possessing the puck in the Timberwolves zone. Savonin stripped of the puck by Sandy. Sandy goes up the far side, looking for Anderson. Now it's out to center, and the Timberwolves are going to take an icing call here. 4:20 left in the third period. Broncos lead it 11-0. Shots on goal 61-11 right now in favor of the Broncos.
So that means the young goalie Cavalier does have over 50 saves in this game, and we'll see where this ends. Ringer, I'm going to run down and get a quick interview.
I assume you're going to talk to number 20.
Well, yeah, I was going to talk to the two goalies, but that made no sense whatsoever. I just wanted to get Max and Mitch on, but I'll get them on next time.
Yeah, we'll be back here on Monday night, Mike, against Virginia.
Yeah, should be a good one.
There's a good opportunity as a backhanded shot by Wickling and a right at the doorstep opportunity for Cooper Levine. He just could not get a handle on it. Timberwolves come back. Zupancic gets past the defender. Centering pass, wide open front side by Nemec as he comes from the post into the center. Marelt robbed from point-blank range.
What a save there. Again, that's our save of the period and save of the game. Brought to you by Luke Nemec, Family Chiropractic Center of International Falls, providing chiropractic care for people of all ages. Luke Nemec, he's at 409 4th Street, downtown International Falls. And we're going to get to our North Star Electric Energy Star player of the game here shortly. And Next whistle.
Grand Rapids gets the open netter to win 6-3 over Hermantown.
Big win.
Puck at the point. Teams battle for it there. Now comes in behind the Bronco net. Under 3 minutes left. Zupancic goes into the corner to the point. Shot from there. Deflected away by Nemec. That shot by Merriman. Koshik brings it around the boards. Kept in by a homer. Puck comes loose in the slot. Couple players collide. Koshik, loose puck. Tied up by Maralt. Now Joslin. Joslin skates towards the far wall on his backhand. Dips the shoulder. Throws a shot onto Cavalier, who saves it. And get a whistle. 2:20 and counting remaining.
And we do got our North Star Electric player of the game, Ringer. I think you'll agree with me. Owen Sether, senior forward for the Broncos. 3 goals tonight, and every one of them were pretty, again, the power of human connections can be seen on and off the ice. The same is true with North Star Electric. Congratulations to Owen Sether, our North Star Electric Energy Star player of the game. So good job, Owen.
Face-off goes to the wall, picked up there by the Timberwolves out to center. Coming along with it there is going to be Rohr. Rohr and Eaton throw one towards the net. Rohr does, and the goaltender Nemec has to hang on to that one.
There's that fourth line again, Ringer, and
Yep.
Rohr's involved, and good for him. 1:39 left here. Just about over, Ringer, and good job tonight. I know it's tough to call an 11-0 game, but you handled it well, my friend.
Yeah, I'm more worried about my voice right now. I was worried in the middle of the first period whether I'd be able to make it to this point.
Well, yeah, and we don't need your voice going out this early. I mean, we got lots of games next week.
We got to get through that one on Saturday yet.
Yes, we do.
Face-off finally, puck finally dropped. Zahn with just over a minute remaining to Joslin. Cross ice looking for Savonin, a little bit out of his reach. This should be an icing call on the Broncos, and it is. So I'll bring it down the other way. Saturday afternoon,
Yep.
Mike and I will be back here. Pregame at 2:30. Drop of the puck at 3 o'clock as the Thief River Prowlers,
Yes.
Thief River Falls Prowlers, come to town to take on the Bronco girls hockey team.
Now, what are we doing? Just radio on
We're
that?
doing just radio,
Okay.
as boys basketball will be on yourliveevent.com
Yeah.
and K104 as they take on the Two Harbors Agates. Here comes Savonin into the zone, looking for Mason. Puck deflected away. Dremel skates in, shoots. That was deflected up off of a Healy stick, I believe, up into the netting. And that may be the end of it here as we go under 20 remaining before the final horn. Broncos led 4-0 after 1, 10-0 after 2, 11-0 here with 10 seconds remaining. There's a shot from Zahn that got all the way to Cavalier. He knocked that away with his body. 4, 3, 2, and the Broncos get their 6th win of the season as they will improve to 6-8. The Timberwolves will fall to 0-8. We'll take a break here as the Broncos win by a score of 11-0. Come back for the postgame show. You're listening on K104 and RJBroadcasting.com, and you're watching on yourliveevent.com.
A message from CAPE, Kuchiching Area Prevention and Education. A 2020 key findings report found that many community members overestimate the number of teens who use substances, disapprove of underage substance abuse, show strong support for underage drinking laws, and believe in the power of prevention. While most students are making good decisions, the negative impacts for those that do use substances can be devastating. As a community, we must take action to prevent underage substance abuse. We can increase the number of teens who make healthy decisions by correcting youth, parent, and community misperceptions about the prevalence of underage substance use. Together, we can make positive impacts in the lives of our youth by talking with each other about our personal and collective belief in prevention, stance against underage substance use, and our support for programs, policy, and community groups that work with kids healthy and safe. CAPE. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by the MNDHS Behavioral Division.
I hope you're enjoying today's broadcast of Bronco Sports. Lakes Gas is proud to be sponsoring local sports for the International Falls Bronco student athletes. If you are in need of propane tanks for the shack or fish house, make sure to stop in at Lakes Gas of International Falls. You can rely on prompt, dependable, and local service from the experienced employees at Lakes Gas. For all your propane needs, Lakes Gas of International Falls. Give us a call at 283-3035.
Back at Bronco Arena in the postgame show, the Broncos win it by a final score of 11-0 here over the Ely Northeast Range Timberwolves. The Broncos got it started early at the 3:14 mark. Brady Wickling with the assist going to Cody Joslin, and the Broncos led 1-0. At the 4:59 mark, it was Owen Sether getting the first of his 3 goals, assists to Tristan Thompson and to number 10, Matt Worley, and the Broncos led 2-0. Took over 7 minutes for the Broncos to get their next goal. This one on the power play going to Parker Servonen, assist to Cooper Levine and number 21, Miles Mason. Broncos led 3-0. Just 25 seconds later, Tristan Thompson makes it 4-0, assist to Cody Joslin, and after 1 period, it was 4-0 in favor of the Broncos. Shots on goal in the first period, 23-3 in favor of the Broncos. The Broncos would add 6 goals in the second period. It would start at 5:31. Tristan Thompson get his second goal of the game. Thank you, Mark. The assist goes to Colin Koshik and to number 11, Caden Zahn, and the Broncos led 5-0. 6-0 just 41 seconds later. It was Tucker Hell getting the goal, assist to Wickland and Levine. 22 seconds later, the Broncos made it 7-0 as it was Wickland scoring from Levine and Glowak. 23 seconds later, the Broncos on the the second goal of the game by Owen Sether. The lone assist goes to Colin Koshik, and the Broncos were up 8-0. 4 minutes later on the power play, Tucker Hell gets his second goal of the game, assist to Wickland and Levine to make it 9-0, and then Sether made it 10-0 with 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the period. He gets his hat trick unassisted, and the Broncos led 10-0. Shots in the second period, 25-5 in favor of the Broncos. Third period, of course, running time. Lone goal of the period goes to number 6, Braden Skifstead, assist to Tristan Thompson and to Ben Glowak, and that finished up the scoring 11-0. Shots on goal in the third period, 15-6 in favor of the Broncos. So for the game, 63-14 in favor of the Broncos for shots on goal. Saves, 52 for the young freshman goaltender Ben Cavalier, who played a very, very good game, and 14 saves in the shutout for Mitchell Nemec in goal for the Broncos. Again, as they improved to 6-8 on the season, Ely drops to 0-8, and the Broncos will be on the road on Saturday as they will travel to Red Lake Falls to take on the, I don't know their nickname. I should, but I don't, and I apologize. A good sports guy should know those kinds of things, but he doesn't, and so that will, I'll just have to leave it right there. Our next broadcast for hockey will be on Saturday afternoon, as we mentioned just a few moments ago, 2:30 pregame, drop of the puck at 3 o'clock as the Bronco girls hockey team takes on the Thief River Falls Prowlers. Let's see if we can get a couple of final updates. Greenway 6-3 over Hermantown. Bronco boys basketball team loses 66-59. The Red Lake Falls Eagles, thank you, Dwayne. And always good to have a good producer there that's there to help you. The Bronco girls led by 19 points in the at the Falls High Gym with 2 minutes remaining over Ely. The only thing that I don't have to tell you that I really would like to is the Evelyn Gilbert Virginia score. I do not have an update on that. Let me just run through my Twitter here quick, folks. And I see nothing. So we'll just have to take it from there. You'll have to go and listen to the sports tomorrow morning. Hopefully Chris Norton will have that information for you in the morning sports. That's going to wrap it up here from Falls Bronco Arena. Thanks to Dwayne and Rich again for doing the video side. Thanks for Mike for coming along. That's going to wrap it up here from Bronco Arena as the Broncos win 11-0. This is Tim Ringhofer wishing you a very good night.
This has been a broadcast of International Falls Broncos Hockey. Borderland Hockey is brought to you by City Drug, Border Bank, Washkey Family GM Center, The Dead Shop, Falls Lumber Company, Rainy Lake Medical Center, Rainy Lake Houseboats, Cape, PCA, The Coca-Cola Bottling Company, by Enbridge, Up North Builders, and Manco Trucking.